Hello. Hello. I'm here. And I am super late. Ah! Fuck. No. Hi, Small. How is everyone? I overslept. I took a nap. And then, well, I fucking forgot the time. Hope everyone's doing okay. We have the same mouse. Lol. Except my hand literally covers the whole damn mouse and even more. I'm doing okay. Tired, but okay. That's why, sadly, I overslept. Can't believe I overslept. Shit. My screen. There's an amount of times I can clean my mouse. But like I said, I also paint. Yeah, I am. I am painting some miniatures actually. And my friend now got me his employee discount at the store chain he works, which is a stockist program for Warhammer. So I'm getting now 50% off basically almost of every order. I just have to order with him, but I just give him the fucking pay and he fucking gets me the miniatures. Lol. Anyhow. Yeah, I'm getting chaos miniatures this time, motherfuckers. I don't know why, my sinusitis is acting up. It's allergy season. So yeah. Damn, yeah. So we're painting today the new Blood Angel stuff, so the Blood Angel Captain. In my chapter's colors, of course. And yes, these are sculpted nipples. Hey, Badger. And yes, I sculpted these nipples. They're exactly 1-to-1, like the old Sanguinary Guard. I will never outdo my sculpting ever again. I got my nipple armor. I reached peak sculpting. See, Small, this is what it means to have good finger articulation. I'm very good with my hands. I can't, because the phone is also on the charging station. So this is where I have to put my fucking shit. Yeah, I am, in more ways than one. The lady said that a lot about me. And we're painting also 6 of the new Sanguinary Guardsmen. Suffice to say, I really like the Sanguinary Guard. People bitching about the face masks, the death masks. I don't know what the fuck their problem is. It's probably for some reason the camera won't zoom in, won't focus on them, but the face masks aren't baby-like in real life. Like in person, you can't. The problem with the death mask is they look wonky, childish, cartoonish, but if you see them in person, they're not.
Hello, motherfucker.
I don't know if you can see it, but nah, it's not gonna focus. Also, don't worry, the jump packs are not glued on. It's because, as you can see, they covered the shoulder a little bit, make it unreachable. That's why I didn't glue them on. And sometimes they hit the spear shafts. Oh yeah, also if the music is too loud, please do tell. So I can lower it down. Also, yes, it is the Rogue Trader soundtrack. I have the game on. I have the game. And it came with the track. Because I got the sponsor before. So I'm using it to the best of my knowledge. Go have dinner, mate. So first we're gonna paint the captain. And I posed them in such way about how the host here is no genre of football today where it's allowed to kill your opponent. Who would have guessed? I don't know. Actually, there was someone in the Mayan era. Somewhat. The Mayans had a similar something to what you think. I don't know if you had the permission to kaput your opponent, though. Anyhow, I posed him in such a way that he's like using his sword as a rapier, more elegant, like. Because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my sinusitis today. I'm just coughing. Because he looks a little bit elegant. I kind of fucked up. Now, he had an option with the cape, and I thought I can glue the fucking power pack, then I can put the cape. I was dead wrong. So, the cape, which is here, is now spare material. Spare bits. Which are gonna be used for something. So, there's always something good. But yeah, so we're gonna paint him first. So, my chapter master is the only one who can have gold armor. That's how I differentiate it. So, he's gonna be very much purple. Wait. I think this is enough use. Yeah. It's still new, lol. Gotta shake the paint. Gotta shake it. Gotta shake it like it's after No Nut November. Mm-hmm. How long? Well, nobody knows. It's a literal educated guess. And I broke my rule of only sub-assemblies with this guy because everything is literally brush accessible. Everything. So there's no problem with me painting him. Literally zero. So I'm putting some on my wet palette, which is on my right. For those who don't know, basically you don't assemble the whole miniature. Sub-assembly is you separately assemble the torso with the legs, the arms, and the head. The head, everything is separate. And you paint everything individually, then after it's painted and shaded, you glue it all together. Like, for instance, here, with no jetpack, it's a sub-assembly. Now, the miniatures, the miniatures are so posed like that, so sculpted that I basically didn't have to. Usually, I do sub-assemble everything. I basically separate the arms, legs, and heads. But with the Sanguinary Gone models, I literally, in my opinion, didn't have to. It's my opinion. Something that a lot of people recently failed to understand. What the fuck is an opinion? And get offended when you fucking don't agree with it. That's a story for another day. So how was everybody today? Because shit really hit the fan in VTubing sphere. Like, I know a couple of people who fucking stopped watching VTubers because at this point, well, people started to fucking act like it's mainstream media now. Let's basically say that. There's constant lies everywhere. And yeah, fancy. Let me get the picture for you. Yeah, not just that, Nukin. Opinions that are not 1000% aligned with yours. Imagine that. Like, at this point, we're at the age of how do I explain this? We're at the age where people learned how to lie better, and you can't defend yourself with it unless you're like I don't know, me, or you're you're a stickler for finding shit out. What can I say? Like, I nearly got fooled by a lot of stuff recently, and I learned that I was being lied to, not by people I know, but I learned they were sort of lying when I started to dig. And we're at the age of half-truths. Like, people have learned that they cannot just fucking lie and people will believe them anymore. Sadly, some do, some still do. Some people are just that fucking brain dead in their heads. But at this point, I don't know what to trust anymore, or who to trust with info apart from myself. And at this point, any fucking wait, folks are lying on the internet? I had no idea. Yes. Okay, well, hold up. Work weekend. Shit, my. Okay, I can't see shit, so I have to scroll up a little bit. Work weekend was, I was so happy. I was having my birthday of work. Then I switched weekend with a colleague for mental health reasons. Tomorrow is the date. Oh, happy birthday. Happy birthday ahead. I'll tell you that tomorrow if I understood it right. If not, happy belated birthday. There we go. Holy shit, I don't need a second coat. Eat shit, Duncan. One coat is enough. Now I can feel Lord Duncan having a fucking aneurysm when I just said one thing coat is enough. Yeah, there we go. Damn, son. I can clearly see 6 years of fucking painting miniatures now, that I'm getting good. At least when it comes to purple. Yeah, hold up, let me just off. Yeah, here you go, bitch, I see you. Aha, the cod piece. The dick piece. The dick piece is basically blocked by vials and shit. Sadly, the dick piece will have to be gray. He's gonna have a gray dick, everyone. Grage. But yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna now let it fucking dry up. Yeah, I'm letting it dry. Thanks, it's tomorrow. I have womb. It's tomorrow. I have womb eviction day. Wednesday's gonna be interesting though with a funeral. Yeah, I heard about that. My condolences. What's again, my brother. I don't know if I told you that in private, but again, if I did, again, if not, sorry, my condolences. There we go. All right. So that's purple done, and that's the only purple thing I'm gonna fucking paint. That's the only thing, fucking purple thing I'm gonna paint. It's hilarious, I know, but it is. So, you are now gonna be right there, mister. Because now we're gonna paint a metric shit ton of gold. Because every single one of these sanguinary guardsmen is 80 or not. Oh, no, not 80. 90% of the fucking miniature is gold. 90. The jump packs, the armor. The only thing that is not fucking gold is the weapons, the spears, the shoulder pads, and the fucking the tabards, and the fucking little wing flippers. Yeah, that's my only fucking critique about the fucking Sanguinary Guard, but then again, they have spears now. Wings would have gotten in the way. Oh, the call, yeah. Yeah, you can always bet on the Welsh to have good soups. Yes, Badger, I gave him a Welsh soup, the traditional Welsh soup recipe. He got a pressure cooker. And judging by what you just wrote, Nukin, you learned how to use the pressure cooker, which is good. You did better than 90% of people get a fucking pressure cooker. Surprise, a lot of people let it explode. No, I'm not joking. When in morning, make Welsh soup, I guess. I mean, there's a lot of more stuff I could have told you, but soup is the easiest thing to make with a pressure cooker, especially since it's your first time using a pressure cooker. And I know caul is a very, very filling soup. It really is a good filling soup. I'm literally memeing, you know, the good soup meme, but it's literally a good soup. Next I'm gonna teach you how to make a Serbian traditional thing, prebranac. So you don't need to use the pressure cooker for it. However, it speeds the process up astronomically, and you only need to cook beans in there. And the procedure is the same how you make soup, literally the same time. And you don't need to fucking cook the beans all the way, because you're gonna bake them afterwards. Yeah, I can already hear Badger's ears perk up with his Britishness because I said baked fucking beans. However, It's not beans on toast. I'm Serbian. I'm not sacrilegious. So now I'm hitting, like, for instance, the shoulder pads. For instance, the trim is supposed to be gold anyway, so I don't care. The mask is supposed to be gold. It's supposed to be gold. Like I said, 90% of the miniature is supposed to, the models. Stavi mi tamo. Uzet ću ja poslije. My coffee. Oh, Serbian cooking is very, very, how do I say this? It's traditional. It is filling. It is very filling. It's cheap as well. And, how do I say this? It's... Damn it, I don't know how to explain it, but substitutable. That's the word. Substitutable. Because everything that has meat, every of our traditional dishes that have meat in it, you can easily just remove the fucking meat. So if you want something vegetarian, you just have to remove the meat and like substitute it with mushrooms. And by mushrooms, I'm now gonna be specific. It's I don't know the English version of the word of it, so you're gonna have to hear the French version. Champignon. It's those common grain mushrooms that you see everywhere. Yeah, those mushrooms. Those are the ones that we use constantly. However, you can use other types of mushrooms that are... I don't know. It basically, if there's meat in the dish and you're vegetarian in our recipe, just put mushrooms on. And or don't. That's the magic of Serbian cooking. You don't need to. It's just, if you want it to be more filling, you know, then you put mushrooms in. You reminded me also to edit that shit on Twitter. I completely fucking forgot the Twitter videos. Small, I am sorry, my dude. You didn't learn to make chervish. It's a very cheap, affordable, and freezable dish. And it's extremely fucking old as a dish. Cherish. I never thought that there was a dish that not even my mom knew. But I fucking knew something my mom didn't. It's a very traditional fucking dish. Now should we have same name? Okay, then good. Then you get champignon. You get champignons and Bob's your uncle. You're safe then. Like, for instance, if you want a vegetarian burek. Lol, a bot. Huh? Okay, hold up. I got a bot. I got something trying to spam. However, I didn't see the message. Let us see. Mod logs. Yes. Acknowledge and proceed. It's a bot. Okay, we're not touching you. Fuck you. Seribot to the rescue, boys. And there we go. See this now, boys? This miniature is 90% done. Well, 80%. I still have to fucking paint the trims, but I need a different brush for that. But yeah, we've fully completed this little fucking bastard right here, almost. I just need to switch brushes, but I'm in batch painting mode. That means I'm not doing shit until I finish. I'm not changing anything until I finish. Ooh, the gold paint is nearly done. And normally, I would have been panicking. Anakin getting the panicking. However, past Vex while he was in Italy, I have a full one. I have a full one, cunts. Which I'm probably gonna be using now, so I'm gonna keep it right to my side. Yeah, you see, the past Vex was smart and predicted it. Who would have thought, lads? Who would have thought, you know, ahead of time planning shit is good, you know? Who knew? Suck it, haters. Yeah, back to the point. Back to the point. Lies on the internet. Because it's very important for me to teach you all, as somebody who is gonna be a lawyer very much soon, and most specifically a prosecutor. Do you all know how many people try to lie to prosecution? Everyone who goes into the prosecution. Everyone. And here's the thing. The lies are not obvious. You have to nitpick. Some just genuinely do just obviously lie, and you can pick that up and then you can smell it. The issue is when they lie, when they actually know how to lie. God damn it, Nalkin. Yeah. Here's the thing: the best lies are the ones hidden with a truth. And in my opinion, it's not just that they're hidden with the truth, but they're also planned lies, tactically chosen lies. And what do I mean by that? They pick a specific little topic, specific little thing that everybody instinctually will get mad at, or will rightfully be against. You know. However, they convolute a lie to a truth to the point it's a lie. And this is my opinion. But that's how they're doing it right now. And they know the fact that they can splice evidence, whatever, to the point where it seems that they're telling the truth. However, if you look at the source of their evidence, you will find out that it's a lie or a half-truth. That's the fucking problem now. Because people are getting smart now. Bad people are getting smart, specifically. And people will literally go like, well, two things can be true at once. Well, which is correct? It can be. However, when the one is giving me half-truths, I start to question. Mediation lawyer tried to lie with half-truths to yes. I have an email. Yeah, and here's the thing. You would have gotten away if your lawyer didn't have those receipts. Now, for those who are smart enough, I am talking about the Kirsha situation. You see, I've been digging. Because here's the thing. One, I don't trust Bint whatsoever. Ever since their little tirade that lasted for months, them trying to paint Dokibird as basically a vindictive bitch for what happened to her in Niji Sanji. Then they shifted off to her fans. Which you can critique some they go overboard, but most of them didn't. However, this is a tag team now, what they did. Because every single person in that little situation is someone who is known to lie. Ow. I was fooled about the Kirsche situation. I genuinely started to believe that she was a supremacist. I genuinely thought. But then I started digging, because I don't believe clips anymore. Especially when I know somebody is kind of a right-wing oriented person. But I want to know the whole truth. So I got in touch with someone I know who happened to have the VOD. It was a 5.5, 6 hour stream, something like that. I can't remember. I got in the VOD. And that's the VOD where the clip was mentioned, because they shown a clip and they're, oh, she said that. Okay, I did. I do see that. However, it's still a clip. That means it's a cut out version of something. I don't know the whole situation because I'm trying to look at the whole fucking little thing. So a clip to me is something like probable cause to investigate further. And then I've seen something else. Genuinely. Like, for instance, she was not saying that, but reading the Prime Minister of the UK, Keir Starmer. It wasn't her belief. She was just reading that. So I'm now looking at this. And I'm like, huh. Well, this kind of changes my view on the situation right now. The issue is, what I've learned about Kirsch is somebody who is a fucking airhead, kind of a dumbass, has a lot of fucking trauma, apparently. But I didn't see them say shit. How about that? All I see is the typical right-winger liking to fucking make edgy jokes, because those are very much 2010 jokes she makes. Something I kinda outgrew from. But details. That's my opinion. There's some stuff that I don't agree with her. But she is not a fucking Nazi from what I saw. And that's from the fucking VOD that this whole shit has started from. And I can't blame now people for believing that, because Kirsch has a little bit of a track record, sadly. But also the fact she has a habit of saying something stupid. And I'm gonna say straight up, I don't condone the shit sometimes she says. I don't. Here's the thing, I don't. I'm pretty much stuck with my morals. But the clip that the people are using as evidence, and the video VOD that originates from, tell me two different fucking stories. Two different fucking stories. And I'm just like, ooh, I nearly got professionally fooled there, mate. Ooh. See what I mean by half-truths? And when I end with very serious accusations that people have gut-wrenched. And I'm now looking at, well, no wonder Gamer Subs didn't do shit. Because if you dig a little bit deeper, there's something wholly different. And now you're gonna be asking me, well, why do they do it? If they did kind of twist the truth a little bit, and they did, they didn't say the whole truth, but it was a half-truth, half-lie, then what? Why did they do it? You might be asking. Simple, really. Check the sources. Yeah, some people, even my friends, I'm guessing if they're watching, they're probably disagreeing with me, but I've seen the VOD. The whole fucking VOD. I spent about 5-6 hours of my fucking free time of my life trying to see whether or not they're speaking the truth. And that one fucking VOD alone has already put reasonable doubt in their accusations in me. Because here's the thing. I punched Nazis in real life. I am something what you call an actual person who dislikes Nazis. And I'm not the... And I come from a family of that. You know? So... I've seen who the actual Nazis are. I've seen neo-Nazis. I mean, I have a fucking scar on my knee to remind me of them. You know? I have a scar on my knee because somebody tried to fucking shank me before. That guy now has a permanent limp. But yeah. I did some stuff what leftists on Twitter salivate and dream doing, but they can't. They have no balls, literally. It's basically, but back to point. Why did they do it? Clout, performance, and moral superiority. Then I started researching. Not on Bint because I know Bint quite well. Quite well. So, not personally because I never would have fucking talked with them in the beginning because they're insufferable. But they basically live online. And no, I'm not joking, everyone. I calculated how much they're online. They post on Twitter, as of May, 100 times a day almost, if my math is right. On April, March to May, they were posting 90 fucking times a day. Think about that. So that is a person who is terminally online and obsessive because they have a known reputation. You can easily look this up on their own profile, by the way. How they stalk, for instance, false ID. You know, the Vtuber news guy. Now, False is a fucking asshole sometimes. And I'm gonna say straight up, he's not in my... I don't have a very good opinion on him. However, Bint is parasocial on him. So we already have somebody who parasocially defended before Niji Sanji. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah. They're bastardizing your own culture, Nukin, I know. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah, so, and you think that this type of person who is known for not being nuanced, very emotional, and likes to skew evidence? And the journalist Anna Valens used them as their primary source, and also Reddit. For somebody who themselves say they were used by academia as sources, as citations, stuff like that. By the way, I never fucking heard of her. If she was in academia before, I haven't heard of her. Ever. You know? And I want to know where she was cited, from which, because I'm in law. And I study international stuff, you know, here and there. I want to know where you have been sourced, if I ever had to ask the question. Back to the point. Then you have Anna, who has a history of her own. The most known thing about her, which disgusts me what she said, and I don't care if she was being joking around or not, is that she wants every cis female criticizer of hers to get into sexual no-no camps. Yeah, there's an audio of her from her own profile. She was saying that gleefully. Some would say, oh, but you don't have maybe illiteracy. That is clearly satire. My dear, you are so brain dead, because that is in no way, in shape or form, anywhere satire. Nor it could have been. And either way, if she wasn't serious when she said that, it still doesn't justify it. It's literally like if you I don't know. It's literally if you shoot a man for a joke, you still shot a man. You know? If you shagged a horse for shits and giggles, you still shagged the horse. You know what I mean? That is the same fucking thing, basically. Either way, you said that. And in every fucking joke, there is some sort of intent or truth. So what is your... So either way, either you actually fucking had that little fantasy, and she has some weird fucking kinks, by the way. or you were showing your fucking hate for cis women because she's trans. So which is it? Either you did it with intent, or you subconsciously have somewhat of hate for cis women. Or women in general, which is either way misogynistic. So you're not at all a lefty, because at worst you're a misogynist, my dear. And there is something called internalized misogyny. Oh yeah, I know. Sorry, Fran. Yeah, it's your culture that has been bastardized. You can feel free to fucking let that out. So, TLDR, and worst of all, she makes then another hit piece. Trying to also specifically attack the VTuber agency called Vallure. It's basically a pro NSFW agency. You know, an VTubing agency that's a little bit kinky. Not too much, but just enough, you know? And here's another problem where this lies with her. Because she has a grudge with Vallure, the company. She, for some reason, didn't get something what she wanted or something. She has a gripe with them and stuff like that. So already we already have something to exclude impartiality. Because with journalistic integrity, what is one of the most important fucking things when you're writing an article about something? That you're impartial. With that article alone, and I'm excluding how she also tried to put the aforementioned person in it again. And she was trying to paint it as a right-wing an agency that is fostering the right wing. Why? Because people from 4chan, some people from 4chan like them. Or specifically, she took screenshots of an even worse site, 8chan. 8chan is something I'd never used, but I know what it is. I know its reputation, and I know it has some children stuff there. I don't know if they fucking removed it, and I hope they did. But that site was notorious for being a playground for, for PDFs, you know? So my question is, Anna, because you clearly took the screenshots yourself, do you have an account there? If so, you probably wrote some nasty stuff there or in 4chan. Because she clearly, and I've read the article, she clearly knows some of the fucking culture there. Or, not culture, but, you know what I mean. She knows how it works. So that's someone who fucking like to wrote shit there. You know? Be careful what you use for evidence, because it might imply that you kinda participated in it as well. And now back to the point about this. I never used 4chan, by the way, or 8chan. I know of the sites, and I only used 4chan to not post in there on shit like that. I didn't even know how to begin to use it. But just use the Trove, aka PDF scans of rule books for TTRPGs. Yes, literally that. Because fuck Wizards of the Coast, they sent the fucking picker tents. You know, to extort someone who got accidentally an early copy of a new fucking card deck from Magic the Gathering. Yeah. Yeah, you can go fuck yourself if you do that, by the way. Yeah, extorting people that because of your own fucking mistake as a company. No, fuck you. I'm not giving you a shit of my fucking pennies anymore. Back to point. So we already have something like questionable motives. Why? And now do you see what I'm trying to imply? That means one thing. The danger of lying. So everything now that she wrote in there could be a lie. And lying doesn't mean, like I said, blatantly saying false stuff. No, no, no. Half-truths are also lies. It just depends on the severity of those little half-truths and how you use them. And how do I know that? I'm a soon-to-be fucking lost lawyer. I'm kind of trained to speak half-truths. You know? I'm taught that. It's in the job description. And people who say, oh, lawyers are liars, no, we're not, but we don't also necessarily tell the truth, depending on the situation. Because at the end of the day, lawyers are there to win your case, win the case of their client. And they're not the ones who are making an oath to, you know, under the Bible, to speak the truth. They're not gonna be charged with perjury. So therefore, we can't speak half-truths. Not lies, though, because, well, if you... It's a common misconception that lawyers lie in the court. No, because if you lie, usually you're gonna get caught, and then if you lie, and then it's gonna be presented as a counter argument, and you basically fucked over your client's case. Do you understand where all of this am talking about, how it's connected? And what's the point of me speaking about this? To teach you all to not fucking listen to the internet. Not even me. Spoiler alert, you don't even have to believe me. Yeah, that is technically nuking a lie. It's not a full lie, but it's not the truth either. And now you learn how lawyers act in court. You had a case, so you kind of know, but you now know what you call it. You know now how to notice some stuff. Now, it takes training, because here's the thing. Just like lying... Fuck you for pointing it out, brother. Sorry, but I'm trying to give you an example so that you can understand. So sorry if it hurts, but it's kind of the truth. To recognize lying, you have to fucking practice that. I'm not even kidding. You have to practice it. It's a skill. Recognizing somebody lying is a fucking skill and a half. Let me just... Actually, no, I have to get my coffee anyway, so I'm just gonna go... JK, buddy. But yeah. It's basically that. Lying is a skill. People who lie every time get better at lying. So people who train themselves to... I'm just taking off my jacket because it's cold as shit. And now I'm hot. But back to the point. Lying is a skill. Why do you think psychopaths, sociopaths and shit like that are good liars? Because they are. They very much are. It's because they lie all the damn time. They're trained, basically. They train themselves to lie. Because they have to lie to themselves every damn day. You know? Because a sociopath and a psychopath, there are a lot of differences between them. However, there is similarities. For instance, they have low self-confidence. They hate themselves. They are lying to themselves to be better.
That's why they're prone to aggression when you don't agree with them, and shit like that. It's the same with narcissists. They lie to themselves because here's the thing. They of all people know their faults and everything. And they're very self-conscious. It's just one thing, baby. They lie to themselves. Because if you lie to yourself, then you can persuade everyone. The best fucking lie is when you yourself now believe the lie. Damn be all. This is that, and I will make myself believe that this. That's how they persuade themselves, persuade a lot of people. You know? And you're gonna be hearing a lot of discussions, quote unquote, on empathy and stuff like that. And at this point, people are so overusing that fucking term, empathy, is that I genuinely do not believe somebody anymore when they say they are empathetic. Because why are you constantly saying that you're empathetic? You know? When somebody is don't you also agree that when somebody is so hard trying to make you believe that they're this, don't you just start thinking that maybe they're lying? You know? Because you don't need to tell the world you're empathetic. You don't. Why the fuck are you trying to persuade people you're empathetic? With empathy, actions speak. Not what you say. Words mean jack shit to me. I'm looking at your actions. Yes. Those who know who I am at, how do I say this? Subquoting? Is that what you how you say that? Subquoting? You know? There's somebody in my brain who I am giving you as an example of this, trying desperately to persuade people that they're empathetic. But they're not. They're not. Those who know get a cookie. It's a certain masked cunt, I like to call him. Makes sense that my first boss was the biggest reason for my legal case, the shortest fuse whenever somebody... Yeah, like I said, they're obsessive over power. Because if you don't ever make a mistake, you're strong. You're right. And ergo, you can tell people that they're wrong, that they're this and that. I am right, you are wrong. But my question is, how do you know you're right? That's the most common question in life in general. How do you know you're right? Because here's the thing. Everyone is a product of their environment. And their culture. So for instance, I don't know what's the best example for it. Give me a minute. I'm trying to, while I'm painting, give me a minute to think of it. For instance, you're from a culture, from a part of the world where where dueling is still legal and the right way to, settle differences. Let's say that. Then you come to America where dueling is banned, and all of a sudden you challenge somebody to a duel and you kaput the person. To them, to yourself, you did what was correct. That's from your culture. you're literally told that you're right when you're doing that. But however, he went to the other side now and they're saying that you're wrong. But to you, you were in your whole life, this was how it was. This was the right thing. So then you have, now I'm giving you a little philosophical question. When are you objectively right? Because something objective is also subjective. You know, for something that became objectively true, that means a mass amount of fucking people agree to it for their own subjective reasons. You know, subjective interests. How do you know when you're right? And how can you prove that you are right? Mistakes, because I know, but here's the thing, you learn from those mistakes, hopefully. You're already better than 90% of the fucking population, because, spoiler alert, a lot of people don't learn from their mistakes. They don't. Because sometimes people genuinely, and I do mean genuinely, do not realize that they're at fault because they're so the world now is so fucked. You know? Because the world now, with the current culture and everything, subjective opinion is now bad. You know, borderline Orwellian. You disagree with me, therefore you're the enemy. Therefore, I'm gonna do whatever I fucking can to not only discredit you, but ruin you. This is this is what I'm seeing now, mostly on the Western Hemisphere. Like people who fucking know me. Like I'm giving you an example now. The masked cunt, Sylvie Spark. He is the perfect example for it. He's a byproduct of the fucking current era. He is so fucking stuck in his own fucking game that he would go to lengths to fucking put an actual disabled queer person who he also fucking by his own words protects their rights of, to make them fucking homeless over petty beef of theirs. They slandered them and shit like that. And I know, I have evidence. It's my fucking DMs. You know? And he doesn't give a shit. I know for a fact, man, that he doesn't regret it. And he doesn't regret shit. And I know because of that. I mean, I knew beforehand. I estimated, but now he confirmed my suspicion. That he is beyond fucking sane because he's so fucking shoved in his fucking pie hole. She's so shoved up his ass with his own ego and stuff like that. He will never admit that he is wrong. He won't. And the reason only he has now left them alone is because he failed. Not because he was wrong, but he failed. Because you know for a fact if he succeeded in painting them in a fucking bad light, they wouldn't stop talking about them. They wouldn't stop. And that is the byproduct of the current mentality that is fucking being, I don't know, fed on. It's shit I've seen right now. I'm speaking as somebody who is Serbian, you know, Balkans, Eastern Europe. I am not from this hemisphere. I have a different fucking culture, a different history. My people during the time everybody in the West was fucking while the fucking Western Hemisphere was basically, you know, exploiting the African continent of people and their resources, and also Asia,
Like, we were under fucking brutal oppression of the Ottoman Turks. You know, and not just us Serbs, but the Greeks, the Bosnians, Montenegrins, Bulgarians, Romanians. And it's not just us Balkans, the Polish people were under brutal oppression for God knows how long. The only grace period they had was basically somewhat medieval times and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. But they were still under a lot of fucking shit. The Finnish people, God fucking hell, did the Finns go through a lot of stuff. So I'm not just saying Balkans in general had it rough. I'm saying the whole Eastern fucking Europe was in shit. You know? While everybody else had their renaissance, while everybody else had their fucking periods of exploitation getting a rich country. You know? So I have different fucking views from that. I don't see what people say. I don't see what they see. But specifically, I see their fucking huge ass faults. As a people, and as everything. Like, there is a pan. I'm gonna paint the fucking arms as well to be gold. I have an idea now, it popped in my head. Actually, no, first off, I'm gonna paint the jump packs, then that. Show me somebody that has never made a mistake, and you show me an infant and a liar. Yes, exactly. Only a baby has never fucking did a wrong thing. And also, by their own little statements, a liar. Like, a liar and a baby or an infant are the only things that are free of, that haven't done anything wrong. One is, but only one is objectively the truth. You know? There are some mistakes, by the way, I'm not absolving anybody from their mistakes if they committed them, by the way. I'm not. It's wrong to do that. But yeah. So you can't just fucking go like that. And then the same exact people now wish me to believe them? Why? I know you lied before. Multiple times. And it's not just small shit, but serious shit. Serious accusations. You levied over for petty reasons. Most of the time. From before. So, and now you're talking about the same shit again? Or similar shit, which I know you lied, and there's proof of that? Come on, dude. Why do you expect me to believe them? And then people get offended by it. Like, I'm sorry, brother, but no. My brother, sister, non-binary, I'm sorry, but no, that doesn't work in real life. Twitter is not real life. People should learn about that. Like, for instance, Nuken, do you expect people if they how they act on Twitter, or everybody in the chat? You can also give your thoughts upon it if you want. If not, fair. But I'm a lurker as well. Lurkers are very appreciated. I have to tell that every single goddamn time because every now and then somebody shits on lurkers. But yeah, if people acted like how they do on Twitter, do you really believe that wouldn't suffer the consequences of their bad behavior? I want people to fucking to actually like explain to me, because I know, at least here in Serbia, and I think most in the world, that they wouldn't get away scot-free. Because it's like Mike Tyson said, people online have very big confidence because there's no threat of getting decked in the face. Because believe me, how some people act on Twitter, they would definitely get their fucking nose rearranged. And worst of all,
a lot of those people, for some damn reason, on the internet of all things, yap way too much. And I don't mean by chatting shit and everything. I mean they're basically exposing themselves. Because, oh, I'm anonymous, nothing, they won't find me. Come on, dude. We're talking about the internet. There are people on the internet who literally can find you because a split fucking second image that was shown on your fucking video in the environment, and they fucking found it. They found your place of living and shit like that. Like, I am being dead serious, and people are so fucking confident in this. Like, why? Like, there's so much wrong, and honestly, here's the thing: the internet shouldn't fucking be used as a gauge on how everything is in real life. But it also should be used as a somewhat of an example. Here's what I mean by that. And here's what I mean by that. When are people honest about their intentions? And I truly mean honest with their intentions. Because there's only two things, and I'm gonna add a third one. When they're angry, when they're drunk, and let's add a third, when their identity is anonymous. Because when you give somebody a mask, they get more confidence. You know? That's a little psychological effect of anonymity and masks in general. Once you put it, nobody knows who you are. And when you wear a mask, you can say whatever the fuck you want. You think that, by the way. You know, free from repercussions. And that's in person. Yes. And the internet, Twitter, and stuff like that. And specifically, let's add VTubing. Because technically, VTubing is like wearing a mask. Why do you think a lot of people, like, for instance, Sylvie Spark, are so emboldened to act the way they do? It's because they wear a mask. Not just because his model is literally masked. It's because they're not using their webcam. They're not showing their face. Because of that, they're emboldened. And in my opinion, Americans and Canada and stuff like that, but I'm saying the Western Hemisphere. So Western Europe and the US and Canada. They're so fucking privileged. I'm gonna add also your countries as well, because yeah, Nuken, your country is one of the fucking more wealthiest countries as well. But you're okay. For some reason, a lot of Norwegian people, Scandinavian people in general, have good heads on their shoulders, thankfully. But they're privileged. You know, they live in the fucking best countries in the world economically. They have a lot of resources at the tip of their fingers, literally. Like, when I say that I can't order from Amazon without paying 50 euros minimum of shipping to somebody from the US and stuff like that, they gasp. I have to sometimes go to the fucking other countries to get some stuff. I can't, for instance, I'm gonna give an example on Warhammer. I can't get Forge World miniatures whatsoever. They're gonna get lost in the shipping every time. And for me to get Horus Heresy miniatures that I want, I either have to find STL files or go to England and buy them. You know? And that's where it comes in. Like,
like every other like of those fucking controversial VTubers. I'm using VTubing as an example because it's a very specific case, but it's a very good example. It's people who are actually from privileged countries and entitled. And then you're gonna say, but they're minorities, they're BIPOC, they're queer and stuff like that. Yes, in their own countries, they're not privileged. But compared to me, they are. Because I can't get some stuff that they have readily accessible. Either way. Yeah, I know. Then oil happened. I know. And beforehand, Norway was basically fucked a lot by Sweden. I know the Norwegian history, but in detail. But yeah, that's why you all are pretty fucking good people. But it's entitlement. It's entitlement. Every time you hear these people, like Marina, Sylvie, Bint even, it's you. If you can only see the entitlement if you are not from a privileged position in the world, objectively. It's entitlement because you have time to fucking morally grandstand on Twitter for 12 hours minimum. You know? Meanwhile, my dad has to fucking work for 300 fucking euros a month as an IT guy because he didn't finish university, by the way. He didn't finish university. He has a high school degree. And works his ass off for 300 fucking euros, bucks, whatever, because euro and dollars 1 to 1. Meanwhile, you're from a country where your minimum wage is twice as that. You know? And he does, and my people and everybody in the Balkans, yes, that includes the Greeks, don't have time to fucking piss on Twitter. Have a hissy fit on Twitter. Me being able to fucking buy miniatures, stuff like that, is only because I saved up a lot. I save up a lot, and it's because my mom thankfully finished law university. And even then, you're gonna say, oh, but she's a lawyer. I'm middle class, dude. And either way, her fucking pay is nothing compared to the lawyers in your countries. Either way, you know what I mean? So either way, regardless what they fucking say, they are more privileged than me. And then they go around and speak to people like me, lecture people like me, that I'm privileged. You fucking what? Come here to fucking Serbia and work a normal fucking job once. I'm gonna, and once you see what we have to work with in our country with all of our bullshit, but also when you see the fucking pay, you're gonna fucking lose your mind. Because we don't have DoorDash, we don't get our fucking food every day, we don't spend 30 fucking euros or more, no, 90 euros every day for takeout, like most fucking people in the US or in the Western Hemisphere ordering food. No, we go to the market, green market, not just supermarket, green market. So we go to where people home grow their own shit, because we still try to preserve that type of part in our culture to buy organically because it's cheaper. There are some people who cannot buy fucking burgers here. There's some people who can't... Des, Stefane, serem se po zapadnjacima koji pričaju da oni imaju da oni imaju probleme, međutim mi u Srbiji imamo gomilu više i u Balkanu generalno. Ono. You know? And they're telling me, they're lecturing people like me about their fucking, that I'm privileged or shit like that. Woe is me. Less than thinking it's hard. Ne, nije zabogo, to je PNG. Ja kad streamujem farbanje, ja spustim glavu dole i to zajebe tracking. Zato nije zabogo, to je PNG. Gotta love the West and thinking it's hard. I mean, here's the thing. By your standards, it is kind of fucking hard. Samo pljuj po govnima. I'm literally shitting. I spend a whole hour shitting on them. Pljujem, kenjao sam po njima, pardon, ja sam kenjao po njima sat vremena. Ne brini se ti, možeš da ideš unazad ako hoćeš ovo. Inače, evo kako ide farbanje. Ne brini o Senčiću, ovo imam boje za to. Inače, ovo je 80-90% modela ofarbano, zato što oni su svi zlatni, tako da boli me kurac. For those who know, Stefan said basically spit on the shitters. Which I am. I'm literally am. I'm so fucking fed up with this. Literally. Why the people aren't speaking about why are the people who have never been whose people have never been in fucking camps during World War II are trying to teach people what a Nazi is. Meanwhile, my family was in the fucking concentration camps. And I got shanked by one. And they're telling me what is and what isn't a fucking Nazi. I swear to fucking God, you damn Westerners are entitled pricks. Check your fucking privileges sometimes. I mean, what else I got? I mean, oh yeah, $500 a month. Yeah, but here's the thing: when we do unemployment benefits here are half of that, Nukin, what you have. So either way, that's privilege. Even in Norway is a better place. Yeah, like you said, it's so. There's a reason why my people from the region, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia, Montenegro, Bulgaria, Romania, Greece, North Macedonia, Albania, Turkey. There's a reason why people migrate to your fucking countries. If it wasn't so bad, why would they be leaving? It's because your country's great, even with all of your fucking faults. For now. No, you're not. But there's a lot. But here's the thing, Nukin. A lot of people do not fucking understand that they are. Like literally, what I once did that on Twitter. Surprise! I told them, yeah, dude, you're from a fucking country. This was some time ago. You're from a country that my people are migrating to for your minimum wage to feed their families here. And you're telling me I'm privileged? Because he told me I'm privileged. What did they do? They threw a hissy fit and blocked me. They insulted my fucking country, threw a hissy fit, they called me a Nazi, and blocked me. What did you expect? Samo gledaj, ovo prosječna plata 30, a izacija u ovoj ekonomiji, a i preživljamo. Da, zato što se snalazimo. For those who don't know, like, Stefan, ja mislim da pričaš o Srbiji. He's speaking about what I said. We have fucking, the average pay is 300 or 400 euros a month, but the fucking expenses of 800 and 1,000 euros like that. I'm not fucking joking. And somehow, and somehow we Serbs are surviving. And not just us Serbs, but all the Balkans. You all think, people really think that just because Greece is in the European Union for some time that they are very well off? No, they're not. One, I've been to Greece 1/4 of my life, basically. 2, I speak to Greeks as well. I have Greek friends. They have better pays than us, yes, Serbs, but their expenses are bad, and they're living also somehow day to day trying to survive, like us. There's a reason why Greeks are migrating to Germany. It's not good there as well. But no. Greece joined the EU, bankrupted them. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Greece is a whole different topic. I know why they weren't bankrupt. Ja znam zašto su oni bankrotovani više puta. Nije samo zbog Evropske unije. To je duga priča, ja ne želim da pričam o tome. Translation, I know the reasons why Greece was fucking bankrupt multiple times. It's not just the EU, honestly. Like, TLDR, it's a Balkan country. Balkan politicians. Corruption. What do you expect? You think Mitsotakis is a prim and proper fucking politician? He's from the Balkans, bozo. He's just as corrupt as us. It's just he's way more paid. And a lot of Greeks will fucking agree with me. Ali ni Njemačka nije kao što je nekad bila. Ja znam isto pre skoro 2 godine ministar financija je bio uhapšen za utaju novca. Translating, he's saying that not even Germany is what it was from before, and I know it isn't. I know that the recent like a year and a half ago, the German Minister of Finance is been arrested for embezzlement. Surprise! The Western countries also have well-off countries have corruption issues. It's just they're very well at hiding them. Welcome to politics. Boys, every single one of them is a fucking bastard. And I know this because my, I don't know, distant family lives in, like, my uncle lives in Germany, but also my kumovi roditelji su u Njemačkoj isto. I don't know how to say it in English. Ne znam kako kažem na engleskom kumovi roditelji, jebote. Nemam pojma, nema engleska reč za to. Yeah. Like, I'm being dead serious, like... And this is from the perspective of somebody who is not from here. You all do not understand, nor cannot even fathom how somebody who is like me, when they see how VTubers act, or people on Twitter like that act, how bad it is. Like, I am gonna be straight up with you. Y'all are creating your own problems to hide your separate problems so that you can hide the fact that there are major problems. Like, for instance, let's get an example. And here's somebody who is a soon-to-be lawyer and non-Westerner. How this looks. 20 years ago, there were barely any issues in the West about LGBTQ people. Like gay people, trans people, and the problem with a lot of God thought, it's not like 20 years ago. No, forget that. 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago, a little bit. When I was in primary school, osnovnoj školi. In Serbia, nobody's mentioning trans people in the news. They're not getting attacked. Nothing. That's what I'm not aware. At least the media doesn't shit on them like in the West do. Hell, we're Eastern European. Serbia doesn't give rights to LGBTQ people to marry each other. You know? And yet, we're somehow less homophobic than the West. How? They're even now with pride and stuff like that,
there's barely anything related to them. Like, genuinely, barely anything news-wise. Nobody is attacking them. The only reason when there's something of a hissy fit shows up about them is when the government does some stupid shit and they fucking blame the LGBTQ or create a scene with the against the LGBTQ to hide their fucking problems. Znam. Nobody. People either knew what trans was and nobody gave a shit, or they just didn't know. We have corruption in Norway, tax dodging politicians, and the husband of our prime minister during the pandemic used inside trading, earned stupid amounts of money, and the bitch want the public to forgive the husband. Yeah, I actually, that was in the news here in Serbia. I remember that. Šta je to? Pa ne to, nego, ne, nije, ukratko, sad više ljudi znaju šta je i samo kažu boli me kurac. For translation, what Stefan said, when somebody says they're trans here in Serbia, they say, what is that? Is it some kind of food? It's a joke, but it's like, people, a lot of people don't know. And in this environment, people, I said, in this environment, people know what it is. It's just they say my dick hurts, which literally is slang for I don't give a shit. Like, you're that, okay, fine, I don't get, okay. What's your name? What are your hobbies? What are your interests? You know? Like, that's the point I'm trying to make. People here in Eastern Europe literally don't give a shit. They're that, okay, but now in the West, they are fucking with the rights that they also fucking had to fucking protect them. But also, all of a sudden now they're back to being, you know, homophobes and shit like that. Like a circle that is repeating, basically. and I'm just like that. And meanwhile, us who are not from the West, who see that, and they're like, okay, when are you gonna address the huge fucking inflation? Stop talking about queer people. How are you gonna fix your fucking economy, my guy? Why aren't people asking those questions? Seriously, if I can see your country is going through a shit period, and you're more focused about queer people, the fuck is wrong with you? Da, to su ti. Da si vidio ti moju mamu kad su joj rekli moja teta probali sam Alpha Sigma tren, to je bilo za pisanje. Oh, Sigma male and stuff like that. Nah, even I don't fucking... ja ne razumem su to. A ja sam Gen Z, ja sam prvi Gen Z, ja sam rođen 17. February. I'm born on 17th February. I'm one of the first fucking Gen Zers on the planet, and I don't fucking count the Gen Zers of this popularity to be my kind. They're degenerates. Fuck them. They can eat shit. You know, we have a politician who want to ban the pride flag at school. We have bigger problems, for fuck's sake. Yeah, who the fuck gives a shit? It's literally that. Privilege problems. First world problems. But here's the thing. It also kinda creates a different whole scenarios. Like I said, Anna Valens, it enables like people like Ben, Anna Valens and shit like that to fucking get a following because what are they doing? They're fear-mongering. It is fear-mongering. Because a lot of fucking queer people are genuinely afraid. News media and shit like that, politicians and stuff like that, you know, divide et imperia, divide and conquer, you know? And people forget that the messenger in these situations are the ones that profit the most. So like, and I'm speaking from, you know, Balkan person who, you know, sees that. You know, it happens all the damn time. It's just, we are fucking, how do I say it? Drained, tired. Znam, ja sam rođen 98, bojok. You know, the messengers and shit like that, they're the ones that are profiting the most, my guy. Or my girl, my non-binary hoe. They're benefiting the most. I can see that. I'm literally seeing that. You have like people like Sylvie, like Nyara, like Bint, like Anna Valens, and more Marina, everything like that. They're objectively bad people. Objectively bad people. They're probably traumatized. They have some issues, definitely. Probably because of their fucking views or because they're queer and stuff like that. Because homophobia is a fucking thing. But then again, it's warping you, you know? It's kind of warping you, my dude. You know? Turns you into a bad person. You know? Be careful when fighting monsters. There's a good old saying. Be careful when fighting monsters that you don't become one yourself. I'm not saying that they are monsters. The point is they're fighting their so-called evil. And I'm using so-called because a lot of the times it's not what they think. You know? They're fighting their evil. But at the same time, they're becoming warped and evil themselves. You know? Isto kao i za gejeve šta mene boli kurac. Iako se ti jebeš sa muškarcem, ženom i obo isto vreme, sve dok ne plasiraš u javnosti. Da, yeah. Like, I say the same. Ja kažem to isto i za straight parove. Brate, nemoj da se... Like, I don't care if it's a straight or queer couple. If they're basically fucking in the park, I'm just gonna be like, dude, what the fuck? But that's more of a common sense thing. Not because, oh, they're queer and stuff like that. No, I literally do that. I seen that happen. And a lot of people will agree with me. You're in my eyes, they're the same. You know? I don't care. But then again, a lot of people are gonna say, oh, you're homophobic. Oh, you're that. No. If you see a fucking couple literally, basically, almost nearly fucking each other publicly, are you gonna like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, when they're... It's like seriously, it's just public indecency. Not because of the sexuality or anything. It's because they're it's because it's the same as if a straight couple starts violently making out and basically try to shag each other publicly. It's the same. Like, it's public indecency. I don't have issues with... at all with anything. Like, goddamn, I'm learning to fight for their rights, dude. I'm studying to protect the rights of my citizens, and that includes queer people. You know, like my dick hurts. Bully me quarters. I don't care. To me, you're equal. I'm literally taught that in university. To me, in my eyes, because in the eyes of the law, you're equal. To me. Prema non-straight ljudima. Dobro, ja ću tretirati kao i straight osobu, kažeš. Da, ja. Da, slažem se. Potpuno se slažem, ja. Pazi, to uglavnom zavisi da li su matori ili mlađe generacije. Znaš, to sve ipak zavisi, ono... It depends on if they're older generations or younger. You know? But, like... Dude, if you're not acting like a dick, you're a decent human being. I think that's the same with everyone. If you're acting like a dick, you're gonna be treated like a dick, you know? But the problem is now, at least online, when somebody is queer and they're acting like a dick, and they have confidence issues, when you pointed out that, hey dude, you're being a dick, they're gonna be screaming, and there are people who do that. I'm not saying every queer person does that, but there are a lot of fucking people who do, a lot of queer people who do that. It's not a small number. They basically go, you're homophobic, you're a bigot. And the issue is that, at least online, and subsequently because of that online, it bled into the real world. It waters down. It waters down what bigotry or homophobia is. It waters it down. My guy. Like, at this point, like, for instance, when fucking Muskie did the salute, you know? It's because people were so fucking anal in calling everybody a bigot or homophobe or Nazi left and right all the damn time. Not all the damn time, but let's say a lot. A lot of people were suspicious. But he did the fucking salute! You know, it watered it down. How am I supposed to believe when you also are said somebody who you can easily like research when they're not that? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know, it's the situation of the boy who cried wolf. You know, when you fucking cry wolf enough times, people are starting to disbelieve if there's a wolf or not. Well, to kao ono dete, da prevedem na srpski, kao ono, znaš, ono bajka o detetu koje se drao vuk. Kada sereš dovoljno puta da je vuk tu i onda nije, i onda poslije kad stvarno vuk dođe i poubije sve ljudi ili ovce, ko će da, pre toga niko ti ne veruje. Po meni mnogo ljudi, pogotovo Vtuber, koliko sam ja vidio, sve njihove naše bolest kao ADHD. Yes, a lot of Vtubers with their bad behavior blame their ADHD, their depression, their trauma. And here's the thing. I evo sad gledaj. To može da utiče. That can't be an influence. Like, I'm not gonna say that it probably isn't a factor. You know, because that means I'm denying their problems. Ono, to može da utiče, sada prevedem. To može da utiče, sigurno. Sigurno. Mentalne bolesti kao ADHD, depresija, trauma i sve to, to može da utiče, to 100%. To ima faktor, ako ja to ne uzmem u obzir, ja isključujem to. Ja isključujem njihove probleme. To mora da se uzme u obzir, pravo i to sve. The problem is then that it's not alleviating factor. Nije oslobađajući faktor. To je that it's an aggravating factor usually. Because okay, so you're to je pogoršavajuća okolnost. Because okay, so you have trauma. Okay, you have a lot of mental issues. Okay, I get that. So you're aware of that. That's not an excuse. Because, okay, you're aware of your trauma, your mental issues, and you put yourself in a situation where you still acted upon your trauma and shit like that. Ono, ti si svestan tvojih problema, tvoje depresije, tvoje traume, tvoje bolesti ili kako god. I nisi preduzeo sve mere da sprečiš to. Because here's the thing. That's an aggravating factor. Do you all know how many times people plead insanity? or mental illness for their crimes or bad behavior. It's always. Why? Because people are saying, because especially now online, and I blame the internet for this. They're going like, well, that's an excuse, because online, like big VTubers and stuff like that, they can see not just VTubers, YouTubers, but they see like, okay, they get a fucking, they still have a fandom, they still have an income. Okay, so I can also get away with that. You embolden stuff. But a lot of people in general, because of society and shit like that, they're like, I have mental illness, therefore I cannot be held accountable. No, that's not how it works, buddy. Buddy, oh pal, that's not how it works. That's actually the opposite. You're then very much not excused. You're fucked.
Jasno. Ali to ti standardni VTuber većini lepože. Ali ja ne bih rekao da je LGBT sekta, to ja ne podržavam. To, žao mi, ja to ne podržavam. Tu izjavu. To ja I ti se ne slažemo. What was I about to say? What was I about to say? Mislim, ja ne znam koje su to sekte onda. A ja sam sektologiju kao subspecializaciju izabrao. But yeah, like, it's not an excuse. Your mental problems and stuff like that, your trauma is not an excuse. It is not an excuse for you to act like a dick. It's actually the opposite. Because then, okay, yeah, you have trauma. Okay, why did you put yourself in a situation where your trauma will flare up? Why? Why didn't you take the necessary steps? Because you are responsible for your own mental health. Ti si odgovoran za svoje mentalno zdravlje. Ti jedino. Ako nisi preduzela mere da sprečiš da tvoja trauma, bolest, šta god, utiče na tvoje radnje, da počiniš neko ko zna koje delo, što nisi preduzeo? Why didn't you act? I hate that logic because it can, yeah, it leaves a dangerous precedence. That means everybody gets a freebie on getting away with some very disgusting decisions. It's literally then a freebie. Ako me razumeš. Ok, kapiram, ali ne bi koristio tu terminologiju. Ja bi pre rekao obsesija. To ja mislim pre malo više. Obsesija je pre dobar termin. Premalo korišćen termin, po mom mišlju. Because a lot of people are obsessed. Moguće. Eto, slažem se. Sorry, I'm off camera, just trying to find some mistakes. There we go. So yeah, be very careful on the internet, boys. Like, at the end of the day, you are your own judge. I'm just trying to teach you all how to fucking spot lies on the internet. And form your own fucking opinion. And if a topic is serious enough, please do not be lazy and do your own damn research. Do your due diligence. Don't be lazy. If you can't, if it's a serious topic, like actually fucking Nazis and stuff like that. Like, I'm not kidding. If it's a topic about that, somebody being that, like actually, and I do mean actually go and research yourself. Try your fucking hardest. Ask around. There is no issue no problem of asking. Like, for instance, with the Kirchhoff thing, I found the VOD. I got the VOD of the situation that everybody is using it from the. I got the VOD where the infamous clip originates from because I asked. Like, dude, I asked. Do you all know how fucking 90% of the fucking evidence you can find, and this is literally also like in law, you ask. It's not that hard. Especially since this is not a crime, but something online. You know? Po meni to je 70% odgajanja kuće samo 30. Ja, da, znam. To jeste, to je kod kuće. Ili odsustvo kuće. Znaš. Mnogo ljudi ja ne bih rekao samo kući, ja bih rekao život. I'm not gonna say also just in house. 70% is just life, in real life. Issues. You're bringing up, you're, not just you're bringing up, but your life in general. But your developmental age plays a crucial role. That we fucking agree on. I'm just gonna find the sanguinary new sanguinary guard pics to see what the colors of the shaft are. There we go. Found the new images. Let's see what they're colored. Oh, it's black. Oh, okay. That's easy as shit. I thought it was metal for some reason. Fuck me then, it's actually quite easy. Alright, looking good so far. Looking good. Like, please, for the love of God, molim vas jebem vam mater. Do your own research, and when it's something serious, extensive research. There's in something that is very serious and stuff like that, fucking do your research. An actual research. Take the time if you're being that serious. But sadly, the issue is a lot of people just don't want to fucking do it. They don't want to fucking do their own due diligence. They don't want to fucking do their research. They just want to, they will see one thing and be mad. Like, always look who the messenger is. Like, dude, always look who the messenger is. Like, here's the thing. A lot of people say with Bentenan, like, yeah, they're cunts, but also, like, this person's a cunt as well, and both can be true at the same time. But here's the thing. That means the messenger who is also a cunt can lie. You know, there's then a high risk. A lot of people don't seem to fucking oh yeah, no. Yeah, that's good, Nukin. Like, seriously. It's like it's like in the fucking commentary video I made about Tigaholic situation with Marina. That means they're both bad people. Yes, they're both bad people, okay? But because of that, the messenger who is also a bad person could lie. You know, a lot of people don't understand that for some reason. They don't think that, somebody else, one might lie. They're a bad person. And the easiest thing a bad person can do is lie. Like, if somebody is a bad person, lying is nothing to them. Like, I don't know why do people not think that way. Like, dude, this person could lie to you. You know? And then all of a sudden, because of that, if they get proven that they lied, skewed evidence, now that person who could have been a bad person as well, if they do a bad thing, they have reasonable doubt because people lied about them. It's this, like,
people really do not understand that, apparently. Like, and also, it's the same with, if you know they're lying, but you're then insulting them, hurling slurs at them and shit like that, nobody's gonna fucking listen to you. Nobody's gonna fucking listen to you. If you're dead naming them, denying them their gender identity, because that's a, like, dude, that, like, what the fuck? I know it's low-hanging fruit, but
dude, why the fuck does that matter? Like, I'm being serious.
why? This is how the normal person that is not online a lot of times thinks. Why are you fucking dead naming or being homophobic towards them? What the fuck does that matter with them lying?
If you're saying they're lying.
Because when you start throwing fucking insults and shit like that, you're then less likely for your case to be heard. At that point, like, a lot of people are just like, I'm not gonna fucking listen to you.
You know? Just doesn't make, you know what I mean? A lot of people just do not think straight. Like I said, if you want to fucking do something, do it by the book,
even if the other party is not doing it by the book.
And if justice doesn't come that time,
it will come eventually. Ah shit, I forgot to do the gold trims here. Fuck it, I already put the red paint on. Okay, I'm just gonna paint the inside of the pauldrons red. And then afterwards I'm just gonna start doing the gold again with the trims. Damn, I'm so stupid. Like, seriously. Eye for an eye leaves the world blind. Sometimes, though, eye for an eye is more than justified. But people need to learn how to control themselves. Because here's the thing: half of the time when you're winning when you're in an argument and trying to prove somebody's lying, your behavior determines everything.
Like, it genuinely does. Hi, pickaxe. Yeah, also, unnecessary hate. Yeah, exactly.
Like, the reason why Sylvie Spark, Marina got away with their bad behavior so much is because of the bigotry.
Like, there is bigotry.
And the problem is their bad behavior was they not only got away with that bad behavior because people were also being hateful towards them, it is also empowered them. People do not understand that behavior is also empowering them, because every single one of them has a victim complex. They're the victim always. You know? They don't and it's also quite funny. Because it's hypocritically, it's a hypocrisy and irony. Because those are the same people who use fascist tactics and they have fascist traits, but they're so-called fighting for fascism. You know? What's the trick with fascists? They lack self-confidence. They're not confident. What's the other thing about fascism? Victim complexes. They're all so better than you, but they're also the victim. So how can you be better than everyone, superior, but also the victim? How? there's also like blaming. Like for instance, Marina
went to Blue Sky when people were calling her past behavior out. She went to Blue Sky complaining that she's a victim. It's quite poetic irony how she's using fascist tactics. Oh shit, I die. I'm chatting, while painting, I'm chatting shit. I'm teaching, oh my god.
Hello.
Oh my god, my bitrate.
That song again.
Kurvo.
Which one, man?
The one that
my
goes
stream.
beep boop boop bop. Beep boop boop beep bop bop. Beep boop boop beep bop.
Boop bop.
Beep boop boop beep boop bop. Beep boop boop bop.
Bop.
Beep boop boop beep bop.
Thank you for the follow, Kira. Hi y'all. Just when you rated the bit, went to shit. Hi all. I am an elf Vtuber who happens to be a lost student. I don't know. Okay, it works kinda. I'm also on YouTube, so if Twitch is buggy, you can go there. Yo, fuck me, man. Oh shit. Yeah, I'm teaching everybody how to be their own judges. Piše za tebe, znam. Yeah. I don't know why my internet is fucky wucky. Stefan, since the restream bot also works like that, možeš da im kažeš da mogu doći u YouTube jer internet nešto, stream počeo nešto da jebe, ne znam zašto. Di napišeš, on već pošao. Znam, kaži im samo, molim te, pošto ja something's wrong with Twitch side of your stream. Yeah. I don't know why. YouTube is working well. YouTube is doing YouTube has zero issues. Yeah, YouTube has zero issues, but Twitch all of a sudden is having a lot of issues. Serving the internet's ass. No, it isn't. The bit rate. Oh, Twitch server track. Yeah, that's definitely it. Yeah. Yeah. What? I was teaching people how to not be distracted by the internet. Okay, I think it's working now. I think the bitrate is not fucking with me. Yeah, like but yeah, back to my point. I was teaching Dai for people not to be distracted by and not believe wholeheartedly everyone on the internet. Like, specifically about the Kirsha situation, the more I dug up, the more I'm seeing more and more. I don't know how to say it, but misinformation. about everything. To nije nego distracted. Ej, Nuken je Norvežan i nemoj. But yeah. What situation? About Kershaw. Okay, the bitrate is working well now. All of a sudden it's not in the red. Holy shit balls, Twitch. Basically a lot of people who are trying to paint Kirsch as a neo-Yahtzee are using skewed evidence. Because they're using clips. While they're in good length clips, the issue is I have the full fucking VOD. and when these types of situations arise, speaking from my experience, I am always trying to find source of evidence. And a lot of people might disagree with me, but I'm seeing some stuff that don't fit the narrative. On both ends. Not necessarily like, for instance, I didn't know who Kirsha is. The only one thing I knew about her was she was screwed over on Offkai with Pipa. She has bad taste in men and she's kind of a fucking, I know, so dumbass. But that's it. I never watched her streams. I never watched her content. I don't know jack shit. And here's the thing. It's content that I'm either way, it's talking about issues in America and stuff like that. And I'm Serbian. I don't know what the fuck is going on in the US or in the Western Hemisphere. And I necessarily don't give a shit. Wait, I mean, she's friends with Pipa. Here's the thing, I kinda like Pipa. I'm more of a Tenma and a Kanekolumi kind of guy. But Pipa is not as bad as people try to fucking paint her as. Especially now, of all things. I don't know with Pipa. I know a lot more than most people on the internet know, and nah. I kinda disagree with that. Ja lično imam dovoljno problema jer nemam vremena. Yeah, for what translation from Serbian, what Stefan said, a lot of people have a lot of fucking problems in real life and nobody gives a shit what Cinder did. Like, what Cinder did was fucking messed up, in my opinion. Not an excuse for this. But I'm speaking from the perspective of a normal fucking person, you know, average normie. And I'm also speaking from the perspective of somebody who... I'm gonna show it. See this scar? It's kind of faded. I got shanked by Nazis in real life when I was younger. I punched Nazis in real life, so I know what they are. So I can't kind of get so I'm speaking from experience. I kind of know a little bit more about who Nazis are than and what they act than most people. I kind of have a battle scar. But we can agree to disagree. But I genuinely do not believe, like, for instance, Pipa of all people is like that. But then again, I haven't watched her for some time. Like I said, I watch Tenma. And Kanekolumi, who stream in my time zone better and are more better. Sorry to the people already if it happens. What do you mean by that? The internet? Oof. But yeah, like, it's a different opinion. I haven't personally seen jack shit that proves anything like that. And in my experience, I could be wrong. I'm open to be wrong. I'm left-leaning and shit like that. But I'm also, I don't know. I'm very desensitized at this point who fucking people say. I don't believe anything until I see it with my own eyes. And I do my research as much as I can with whatever busy life I have. And it's mostly because I'm Serbian. I'm not American. We have different fucking views on some stuff. It's not, well, right wing or anything, but just different things. This is cultural. This is part of different parts of the world and stuff like that. Like, I genuinely haven't seen shit. I genuinely haven't seen jack shit. I can't see much, anything like that. And in my opinion, that's a dangerous precedent of people blindly believing stuff with clips and stuff like that. And they count that as their own research. Like, I don't believe half of the stuff, for instance, of many VTubers. Like, for instance, with, I don't know, let's give an example of Fruit. I genuinely do not believe any of the accusations leveled at her as well. I haven't seen evidence. I haven't seen shit. I'm very skeptical of anybody who hates her. Simple as that. I just give that to anybody. Oh, kurvo. It fell. Almost fell. Oh. I see you again. Hvala što si me video. Znam da si Srbin, bajo. Oh, kurac. But yeah. Oh no. Don't believe the internet. Do your own research. Think your own opinions. And that's it. Literally, that's it. That's the moral of the story. I'm tired of people screaming left and right, this and that. This is this, that and that. I'm so desensitized to the point where I don't believe anybody who says that until I actually see what they say. Like, I need proof. Been hiding in the shadows. Te exposovo. I've been hiding in the shadows, enjoying seeing you again, brother. Thanks, man. But yeah. It's just weird at this point. Like, I've been so much online, and it's not just that, but like I said, I'm a law student, for those who don't know. Serbia has the mandatory practice. So basically I also go to courts and I see the same shit over and over again. Lying. I'm seeing the same damn thing people saying again and again, lying. At this point, I genuinely do not believe whatever anybody says. And I've been basically for 2 hours teaching people how to notice lying. To not get swayed by whatever the popular opinion is, but do your own damn research. If there's a sus clip out there, for instance, of somebody saying something, do not just find the clip, find the VOD. Because, surprise, there's a lot of people who archive this shit. So find your VODs, do your own research. Point out the mistakes if there are there. Don't be afraid to voice your opinions, even if you are different opinions, as long as you're not hateful. It's not that it's not that hard. People like to fucking create their own opinion, and that's it. They're not gonna be moved around and stuff like that. And like I said, I'm also, people can change their opinions. It's only if you are being polite that somebody can change their fucking opinion. It's just, I'm tired of this. Like, I've seen VTubing degenerate from people having fun to
backstabbing somebody who is your fucking in real life friend who you also because and sabotaging them so they don't get a model like Cinder did, or somebody who you don't basically know, like what Cinder did to Silvervale. Then there's a lot of multitudes of other fucking stuff that has happened, and I'm sick of it. Like, I have to fucking talk my piece about it. Like, at this point, like, I don't believe anything what people say. Like, genuinely, I'm jaded at this point. A lot of people, and I think a lot of people who watch VTubers now at this point are also jaded. People also feel pressure to pick a side and stuff like that in battles that they don't need to fight. There are people who are gonna fight those battles. You don't have to. If somebody has a sketchy past and fucking starts calling someone this and that, why you believe them? Research about them, learn about them. Two things can be right, but also at the same time there's reasonable doubt. Like, sadly, I'm not so much of a comfy streamer anymore. Like, I'm tired of this. People like to get away because a lot of people just get away with nasty shit. All in the name of protecting people and stuff like that. Like, goddamn, like, seriously, dude. I am so fucking pissed of that. I'm tired of it. Like, I see it every day in real life. I'm gonna see it every day with my job. Like, I'm studying to be a prosecutor. Do you all know how many fucking how much bullshit I saw in my practice? A lot. And I have to deal with fucking actual scumbags. Like, genuinely have to deal with actual slime balls of the people. And I see, and yes, that includes neo-Yazis. I genuinely fucking see them every day. I saw them every day during my practice, and I will see them every day when I fucking finish university. At this point, I can smell when someone is and isn't. But also, I learned to be careful that the internet is a place where there's always a chance that people are lying. So you cannot believe anybody what the online says. At this point, one clip is not enough. I want a VOD. But that's my opinion of somebody who is gonna fucking, you know, work. I need to see everything at this point. Because down the line, do you know, people, like, I have been in fucking situations where, ever since I started VTubing, where some people have told me this guy is a bad person, this guy is that, this guy's that. 2 years later, they're proven to be innocent and they're not what they are. And then I feel fucking bad for God knows what's saying publicly. I never shit talk privately, but publicly, stuff like that. Like, I'm wary at this point. Like, I'm done being used by people or being tricked by people. At this point, I believe nothing, and you should, and that's the whole point of the fucking, 2-hour rant I had on this. Don't believe anybody. Fucking do your own research. Because everybody has a fucking motive to lie, and lies are emboldened in this world right now. In everything. I don't know. I'm just brave enough probably to say it to people's faces. Like, I am old. I am 27. I was born during a fucking war. I'm a post-war child. I from my birth have seen some shit. And basically I'm seeing the same damn, I don't know, play every fucking day. I'm seeing the same play day by day, every day online. Seeing the same old shit every damn time. I'm tired of fakeness. I'm tired of people getting away with their bullshit online. And most importantly, I'm tired of seeing people using fucking marginalized people to either weaponize that or use them to, I don't know, promote yourself, become get more following, get more money and stuff like that, because you're using what actual fear of that said marginalized person for your own gain. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of fakeness in this fucking community. I'm sick of it. And at this point, somebody needs to fucking call that out. Like, the fakeness and everything is because people are just too afraid to fucking speak at this point. And it's perfectly fine. How's it going? I'm bitching. I am bitching, Pickaxe. You know what happens. You are a long time guy here. You know what happens when I start bitching and complaining. Like, this should be a fucking, I don't know, something for the commentary channel and shit like that. But fuck me, dude. Like, I'm tired of everything. Like, and especially, I'm tired of the fakeness. Like, I'm tired of seeing people fucking trying to be afraid of. No, I'm not afraid. Like VTubing is literally not my main goal. Like I said, I'm gonna be finishing law university soon. Just uni is paused because we students are protesting. Like, I'm out here. I was out in my country fucking protesting for better rights for my people. People were trying to run us students over with cars and stuff like that when I was protesting. I was right, like, currently there's the biggest fucking student protests in Europe right now here in Serbia, and I was there from the start. Like, people who don't know, but I am actually very, not just literate politically, but I'm also fucking, I know my shit. Like, and I'm seeing day to day people faking the attitude, faking everything to be like my fucking colleagues out there trying to fucking make lives better for my country, for less corruption and stuff like that. And after that and shit and stuff like that, now I'm seeing in the VTubing world, like, that behavior and stuff like that. Fuck off, dude. I am tired of that. Like, at this point, like, I'm extremely fucking tempted to just, when I see actual bad behavior, actual Nazis, actually everything, I'm tired of not calling it out. It's not like radicalization, it's just fucking tiredness. I don't want to fucking listen to somebody who I know is who has a tendency to lie about shit like that for their own gain, tell me who is who. And I'm tired of it. And I'm tired of people giving them fucking leeway to do that. Like, people should hold each other accountable, but nobody's holding accountable somebody who is I don't know, fucking approved trademark. Like, this is somebody who is this is the perspective of somebody from, not from the West, but who is a, I don't know, like an impartial viewer to whatever mentality and stuff like that. You know, I am an outsider looking in. Do you all know how bad that looks? And how people are not aware. And half of the time, it's just privilege. People who are privileged. Telling people... Like, I don't know at this point, my guy. If I don't want to be called a privileged person from somebody who's from a country where my people are are leaving their families to get their minimum wage to feed them, leaving their country, leaving their home, selling their home, just so that they can get the minimum wage of their country. I'm from those countries where people leave, and then people sit and try to teach me about privilege. Like, I am just tired of it, dude. Like, all I want is so that I have the same fucking resources as everybody else. And I am working my ass off to not only feed myself, but support my family and my future family, because I'm gonna be a dad one day. I want to get married. I want to have children. And I need to fucking work my ass off to make sure I have a foundation so that my family, my mother, my father, my brother, my aunt, my future wife, my future children don't starve. And then some fucking I don't know what brat on Twitter tries to teach me about privilege, or speaks about some stuff that or creates drama out of fucking nowhere for something that could have been handled privately. Like, come on, dude. Come on. Saying stuff when you start and when communities start to grow, finally it's completely forget. Yeah. Like, come on, dude. People need to, like, seriously, a lot of people are so, I don't know, in this community, are just unaware of how everything looks to somebody who is not from the same country, like an outsider looking in. Like, VTubing at this point, something I truly adore and stuff like that, has become a joke. When you have like people, other normie people outside of VTubing and stuff like that, start making fun of whatever drama happened, shit like that on the internet, because it is just a private thing. Like, you already know you're fucked. I can't blame Iron Mouse for really trying to fucking work her damn ass off to show VTubing in a better light, but goddamn, a lot of people are just making her work not fucking work, if you understand me. Like, goddamn, I'm just so fucking tired of fake people. And then some gonna say it's a crash out, stuff like, no, it's literally, somebody has to say it. Somebody has to say it. Like, when I can't believe somebody is something, where I am trying my best, when you know you're fucked when the first fucking thing I think when you're accusing someone, and that's for anybody in the VTubing sphere, is that you're probably lying, you know you're fucked. And I'm speaking that from experience. Because god fucking damn, why do I have to teach people to fucking look evidence for themselves, ask around and shit like that about VTubers or about people, not just VTubers, about people I do not know, nor watch, nor care. The thing is, I learn that thing is how different culture, style, and mentality can change from a country to another. Exactly. It's not just that, but you know, continent from continent. Like, me and you, Pickaxe, we are European. You're from West Europe, I'm from East Europe. But even though that, we have some similar views on some stuff. and we have different views than, for instance, from somebody who is an American. Like my people and your people, the French, have know more about World War II than your average American. And a lot of the times they get some factually wrong stuff. And there are moments like I'm very certain that you had your at least one moment in your life when you hear somebody speak about a topic that you as a native know about, and you just go, what the fuck is wrong with you? What are you saying? Who told you that? Like, there are people, for instance, in I don't know, in America, who think we still to this day, us Serbs do not have television. Isn't that funny? Or we don't have internet, or that we don't speak English, or God forbid we're Russian. There's some people who genuinely believe we're Russians because Serbia, Siberia. God damn, what the fuck? Oh. Ja, Stefane, ti znaš vrlo dobro. Like, God forbid my ass. Like I said, I am just tired of this. Nemoj tako, jesi ti znao da su nama oteli Egipat? They took Egypt from us. Yeah, of course. We Serbs are... Did you know that we Serbs are inheritors of Atlantis? We also took the world one point. Every continent was Serbian. Serbia to Tokyo, you know? Yeah. By the way, I'm making fun of our own nationalists, for those who don't know. And similar flag at this point. Look at my regional and departmental flag. Oh, Britain? Oh yeah, the fucking for those who don't know, Stefan, basically there's a big ass fucking meme right now on the internet, on Serbian internet, where there's a conspiracy theory that Genghis fucking Khan took China from us. Like, do you all understand how fucking brain dead our conspiracy theorists are? But we fucking make the best memes out of this. Like, shit, dude. Oh, you remember? Yeah, I remember. I have a very good memory, Pickaxe. Jesus was Serb. Oh, fuck me, dude. God, I love the fact that we Serbs are not afraid to make a meme out of our fucking brain dead nationalist schizos. Like, God forbid. Oh my god, it's so fucking hilarious. I think a lot of people should, like, just start memeing on whatever conspiracy theorists from around the world. Just make memes out of them, dude. Yeah, Restream bot is for the is from chat. Oh yeah, the Elon Musk memes here in Serbia. Oh, they're priceless. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna educate you all now in Serbian meme history. All right. So so recently there was a conspiracy theory that Elon Musk was from Bosnia, originally from Bosnia, Muskic. Elon Muskic, basically. And it all started because he fucking wanted to buy some kind of company based in Republika Srpska, basically Bosnia. And for some reason, people started to fucking say that, oh, he's Bosnian heritage and stuff like that. And so everybody on the Serbian, actually, not just on the Serbian internet, but Balkan internet, former Yugoslavian internet in general, you know, They started fucking memeing the ever-living shit out of Elon Musk, is from Republika Srpska or Bosnia and stuff like that. There are some fucking top tier memes there. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Ali nije znao to što je ta žena pričala, nego kako je to pričala, znači kao da je u knjigi. Yeah, the reason why the meme even fucking exists in general is because the woman who fucking started it all, you know, was so fucking believed that she was basically saying it's actually in the books, it's actually in the history books, there's written proof. Like, oh my, like, y'all do not understand the level of memes we have here in Serbia. Oh god, I want to show those memes so much, but y'all don't fucking know Serbian, so it's like me trying to show you fucking memes from China in Mandarin. Like, god damn, like, there are so many memes I want to show, but znači ja sam pišao od smeha. Oh yeah, the problem is it was also on national television here. Oh yeah, you reminded me it was on national television. Oh god. French meme will be hard to explain if you don't have good comprehension of French culture. Yeah. I think that's in general like memes that are very much based in a different country-based memes, you know. Oh, also the flag looks messed up. Don't worry, it's gonna be fixed either now or next time, but I don't fucking know. Yeah, there a lot of memes in general are very obscure unless you know the fucking culture. Like, for instance, everybody in the VTubing sphere can somewhat understand some, let's say, Japanese memes, because we're fucking weebs. You know? A lot of, spoiler alert, a lot of VTubers and a lot of fucking VTuber fans are weebs. They love Japan. Therefore, they very much like to try to learn culture, you know, Japanese culture. So, but you show that to somebody who's not that, they're gonna be, oh, what the fuck? What does that mean? You know? Trust the process. Don't worry, I will teach you all about Serbian memes. I'm probably gonna fucking do... Actually, Stefan, dao si mi ideju. I'm probably gonna do a Serbian meme stream where I just explain to y'all the best type of Serbian memes. You know, explaining the Serbian meme culture. I'm trying to learn German. What does that mean? Oh god, Stefane, dao si mi jebenu ideju, mamu ti jebem. I am so trying to teach everybody. To, brate, piši na disk, ja ću ti pomoći. Može. I'm gonna fucking yeah, that's it. We're gonna have a stream where I'm just explaining to you all Serbian memes and slang. You're gonna love this. I'm gonna teach you all what the fuck it means when somebody from my country says my dick hurts. Spoiler, it doesn't actually literally mean that. It's like in Australia when somebody says, I'm not here to fuck spiders, you know? When somebody from Serbia or in Balkans in general says my dick hurts, it means I literally don't care. Yeah, you're gonna, a lot of the slang is PP related. You're gonna have, worst comes to shove, I'm gonna give you all so much fucking dick jokes. To speak with Polish Wheelers team. Ah, yes. Yeah. Ah, yes, the kurwa. The biggest export of Poland, the word kurwa. And bober. Yes. Bober kurwa. Piczka. Not only. Oh, fuck. Oh, pickaxe knows. Stephanie, pickaxe not. Not only. I mean, there's also vodka, but there's the difference. Fun fact, the Polish created vodka. Yes, vodka is a Polish invention, not a Russian invention. It's just the Russians really like vodka. If you're thinking I am speaking in stereotypical Slavic accent, you are correct. It is on purpose. However, it's not the Serbian accent for those who don't know. It's just I know Russian. How do I know? I was taught that in fucking school. Yeah, in Serbia there are 2 mandatory foreign languages. One is English in every school, and the other one is dependent on the school. The schools like pick from. In my day, it was Russian and French, then German, and now for some reason, for fuck's sake, Mandarin. Why, I do not know. Kurva, that's a classic. Yes, and also now it's bober, which is basically a beaver. Yeah. I mean, nothing can beat Rakia. Nothing can beat Rakia, Stefane. Nothing can beat Rakia. With Rakia, vodka is literally water. Spicy water. I personally learned German, Serbian, and English in my school. Yeah, you're probably a younging, that's why. But yeah, I mean, let's be honest, every country teaches their own native language in their schools. So I'm literally counting. So I never say Serbian because, you know, native tongue. Materni jezik, ono, znaš. Ja isključujem to u bilo kad, zato što ono... Polish and beaver relation is really something. I mean, they have a lot of beavers in Poland, surprisingly. I'm also very glad that, because here's the thing, Serbia also had a lot of beavers, but because of deforestation and shit like that, they were gone from the country. And recently, because of ecological actions, you know, trying to preserve the ecology here in Serbia, they're back. We have beavers again. I actually went to my countryside, to my village today, and because mine is near a lake, but not just that, near a forest, I saw a fucking beaver. How you call a beaver in Serbian? Dabar. Yeah, we here in Serbia, a beaver is called a dabar. You didn't expect that, huh? Yeah, wolves as well. Wolves were critically endangered here in Serbia. Bears... Here's the thing. 10 years ago, there were like 10 bears in Serbia. Something like that. Very little. Now there's 30 times more bears. because bears and wolves are national animals here in Serbia, and they're highly protected. You cannot hunt them. Bears, you cannot. Unless they're attacking you, but you're legally obligated to scare them the fuck off. Wolves, you need a fucking license for that, and only in a specific season, and only if they're being pests, like they're, for instance, near a village and they're constantly killing sheep, or they kill the dude. You know, that's when you get a permit to hunt down a wolf. And only that wolf, nothing else. By the way, speaking of wolf, did you not? Did I tell you the story about when there was a wolf literally in front of me when I was making barbecue? It's quite a funny story. Same here. Okay. It's quite a fun story. Actually, there are a lot of new people, so I can probably actually. You all don't know. It's quite a funny story.
Nope, go for it. Okay. So it was a couple of years ago. I was in high school, and it was 1st of May, Workers' Day. You know, it's a national holiday, and tradition is you go to the fucking forest or outside in the open, basically, and you start a grill, you know, start a barbecue, a barbie, and shit like that, and you start grilling, you know. And it's mostly for community, you know. You're with your friends. You don't have school. You don't have work, and it's a time where everybody comes around and celebrates. Not a lot of countries actually celebrate 1st of May for some reason, which I am astonished, honestly. I know it's more of a communist tradition because all former communist countries celebrate Workers' Day 1st of May. Like, not just my country, and not just Russia, but also Hungary, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Croatia, Bosnia, you know, all of Eastern Europe, basically. We celebrate that. And I'm basically like, okay, let's go to my village, to my countryside house. We're near the forest anyway. Labor Day. Yeah, let's say that. If it's called like that, yeah, then that's good. But yeah, here in Serbia, it's a tradition where you just go with your friends and family and, you know, create a barbecue and shit like that. And so this was after, you know, we didn't have school that day, so all of the classmates organized and shit like that. And I was, of course, the guy on the barbie. I was the guy on the barbecue, grilling meat and shit like that, alright? And all of a sudden, I see this little fucking puppy while I was grilling my meat. You know? I mean, I thought it was a puppy. I was like, oh, this is a strange gray German Shepherd puppy. The problem is I've seen grayish, like brown grayish German Shepherd puppies. So I'm not at fault for mixing it up. And second of all, I've never seen a wolf in my life apart from from TV. Like, in person, it's way different. But back to the point, I'm seeing this puppy begging for the meat. And I'm just like, you little fucking rascal. It's not your first time asking for a slice of meat, huh? And all of a sudden, I have this, like, looping feeling of dread. Like somebody is watching me, you know? And I look up. I see, like, 200 fucking meters near the woods next to me on my right. I see Mama Wolf. Looking at me. I'm still to this day very much surprised that the mother wolf didn't just maul me for the cub being near my fucking presence. You know? Yeah, I'm just like, and nobody is noticing this. Granted, I was the only one near the Barbie. Everybody else was like playing fucking badminton, volleyball, whatever the fuck. Like, they left me alone to grill because they didn't want to fucking do work. They were busy getting drunk. High schoolers, what can you say? And meanwhile, I'm just shitting myself. You know? Because here's the thing. Wolves are big. Wolves are big. If you just don't interact. I know, but here's the thing. I have its puppy right in front of me, begging me to give it a slice of meat. Wolves, contrary to what people mostly believe, wolves are actually quite fucking smart.
and they won't attack unless provoked. You know? The trick is, when it's a cub, the rules do not apply. And here I was, shitting myself. And strangely, the mother, it's given, that because everybody once in their lives gotten that look from somebody's mother. Like, you touch my child, make them hurt them and cry, I'm gonna end you. That's that fucking look. That's a universal look, no matter the fucking species, alright? And I'm just like, and I have this somehow, some way, this little fucking preternatural sense, because animals for some reason like me. And I somehow can read animals. I was like that since I was a kid. And I am just like, I know for the fact that the mother is quite intelligent enough to know I didn't call the cub there, but the cub came to me. And it looks like I was lucky enough that the mother probably had before human interaction. So it's probably a released wolf. You know, she knows humans, but she's aware of them, you know? So that's the good part. She's not overly friendly with humans, but she's aware of them to the point where she kind of knows how humans behave and wouldn't attack me on sight. And I'm just like, I am scratching the little cub because I couldn't help myself. I'm seeing the mother and I'm slowly doing it because I noticed right then and there the mom kind of knows humans a little bit. And then I just gave it a burger. And the cub ran away to its mother when I gave, actually, to give it a little bit precise, I gave the burger pljeskavica. Dao sam vuku pljeskavicu, bye. And the moment I did that, the mother barked and the cub ran to the mother. And I swear to fucking God, I saw the mother wolf nod, you know, do that motion with her head. Yeah, I'm just like, I'm just like, I'm shitting myself, dude. I'm fucking sweating. My back is wet. And then my friend comes. He's like, dude, what the fuck happened? Just like, I'm just like, motherfucker, I had a wolf here. It took my fucking burger. It's like, no shit. And I just pointed at it because they were still around. It's like, oh shit. And this is not the first time I'm seeing wolves. After that, I've seen probably the same fucking family of wolves all the damn time near my countryside house. Nego, kako fala što mu daš malo za point. Mamu ti jebe, šali se, ja sam se usro. For those who don't, I'm gonna translate what Stefan said. You probably had the urge to give the wolf cub just a little bit of rakia, just to give it home, and just like, and it's a customary thing of politeness here in Serbia, and he's taking a piss at me. I'm just like, motherfucker. But yeah, I pet a wolf cub, everybody, and I gave it a burger. However, I shat myself because of that. Oh. Like, you all do not understand how big wolves are. Even if it was 200 fucking meters away from me, you could see the size. It was a gray wolf, dude. God almighty save my soul. I was just lucky that mom probably interacted with humans enough to know that we're not a threat, but it was making damn sure I was aware. I also have a lot of fucking other funny animal stories.
Like, for instance, I befriended a murder of crows. They still, to this day, give me shiny stuff. It's been a couple of years, by the way.
Like, you know the little... There's a saying where if you feed one crow, you befriend its whole flock.
Yeah, it's true. I fed 2 crows and all of a sudden I had 10 fucking crows on my fucking window, pecking my fucking window for me to feed them when I was younger. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? And they always came at a specific time. They always came at 12:30 p.m. Like just after morning. On the dot. Why, you might ask? That's because it's the time where I was always at home. I either came back from school or I'm just prepping to go to school.
They fucking figured out my schedule.
Always 12:30 on the dot. On the fucking dot.
And ever since then, I believe that crows are the smartest one of the smartest animals. When they say crows have near human intelligence,
Like what do they say that the crows have intelligence of a
2 or a 5-year-old? They always fucking flip-flop between that. But they have human intelligence. It understands human speech and shit like that. They're aware of their images on fucking mirrors.
like fucking hell. and that fucking came to good use, me befriending those crows.
Because here's the thing, for those who know, I was bullied a lot in school when I was younger. And so my bullies decided to fucking bully me in front of my flat. Well, here's the kicker. Remember when I say they always come at 12:30 p.m.? That's when I fucking come to my house. So all of a sudden, I'm getting bullied in front of my flat, you know? And just when one bully raised their hand on me, all of a sudden those murder of crows come around and start shitting on the bullies. Clawing and shitting on the bullies. And I'm just like, ha! I was laughing my ass off. I like, you all don't understand. It's like a scene from a comedy fucking skit, but it actually happens. Like, I'm not kidding when I say crows, when you befriend them, they're a ride or die. They're literally gonna protect you. And ever since that, and on that day, I gave them almonds. I went to the store and bought them almonds. Usually I gave them sunflower seeds, but at that point I gave them a posh meal. I gave them almonds. And then after that, they gave me fucking bottle caps. Yeah, they gave me bottle caps. Like, I'm not kidding when they say crows and ravens, when they're showing signs of affection, the first thing they do is give you shiny stuff. Tako da prevedem na srpskom, bio sam maltretiran kad sam bio mlađi u školi, i ispred mog stana su odjednom mene maltretirali, ne u hodniku nego ispred zgrade, i vrane koje sam ja hranio i ono sve su kenjale po sileđijama. Usrale. Yeah, and the best thing about, and you want to know the best thing about the bullies? When that happened, the bully was wearing a white shirt. So it was showing oh so much. Oh my fucking god, do you all not understand how many times I was calling that guy shit stain? Because literally, not just because he was a shit stain as a person, but he got his shit stained with shit, of crow shit. And I was just like, it's one of my fondest fucking animal memories. Like, I am so fucking, ever since then I love crows. like I want to
my end goal, like one of my bucket lists, is to have a crow to start falconeering. I love falcons. Remember when I say on my countryside I'm near a forest? Yeah, we always have hawks, sokolove, for those who are Serbs here. Sokolove, a porodica sokolova, family of hawks. Generations come always on my homestead. Why, you might ask? Wild rabbits and mice. And I grew up watching generations of that fucking family of hawks. And I fell in love with hawks and hawk. And my end goal was to get a license and to have an owl or a raven or a hawk. I'm not gonna live in the flat forever, that's for damn sure. And so I'm just like, well, fuck it, you know. Fuck it, I'm balling. Oh god, like I said, it's one of my fondest fucking memories ever. Like, ever. I genuinely fucking love it. Like, fucking hell, man. Kurac. Like, dude, like, I am so fucking, Like, I have so many fucking fond memories in between bad memories. Like, it's quite hilarious. I learned at that point where, in every fucking bad little thing, there's a bright side to it. And I'm just like, and it would keep me going, even though, like, I am MDD. I am major depressive disorder. Like, I'm depressed, and I'm probably never gonna fix that, because it's always gonna be with me. Like, you don't just cure yourself of depression. That's why it sticks. There are times where you can handle it, and there are times where you can't. You know? And the most important thing is how you handle. Oh, my Bluetooth headphones have disconnected. Well, my cardboard boxes. Oh yeah, you moving in. Shit. Yeah. Pickaxe. No worries, my brother. No worries, dude. Take care, dude. Thank you for stopping by and chatting with me, dude. Honestly. Oh, my headphones died. Oh no. Shit. Just when the music. For those who know, I have Bluetooth headphones. So disconnecting is gonna be something that is very. Just when I turn them on, they turn it off again. What the f? I hate that. Maršu pičku materinu. Znaš kako se kaže, sve se može kad se hoće. Exactly. Like, I am trying my best to, like, fight it. There are days where it's just not it. Like, for instance, those who've been following me for some time now, I have breaks. I have times where I don't stream for weeks. That's either I am focusing on my law studies, or I am I'm literally finding my depression. Literally. Okay, I'm now off camera, by the way, just fixing some mistakes.
Like with the gold. Ooh. Oh my god, I forgot to trim this guy's... Oh yeah, okay. Shit, I forgot to fucking do this. His shoulder plate. Oh shit, my guy. It's 10 p.m. Holy crap balls.
But yeah.
And I always like... Here's the thing. I always advocate for one thing. And that is it's okay to be not okay. Life can be shitty.
People who say life is not shitty is lying. It can be shitty. It can be.
Like, we wouldn't have any problems if life wasn't shitty. It's from my experience now, and I could be wrong. Or my experience can't, how do I say this? Or my experience doesn't count in your experience. You know?
Same shit. Some stuff is applicable in some cases, some isn't. That's life. However, it's most importantly that you're trying.
Like, people trying to fight their bad thoughts, their depression, whatever, is significant. You're already significantly doing better than before, because you're trying. Some people are tired of trying. Some people, and I'm gonna be very, very honest with you, perfectly valid. Burnout is a thing. Burnout doesn't just go in content creation, but life in general. You're burned out. And depression is how I see it, how it manifests in me, in you, it might not be, is very, very, very strong, very, very, very powerful burnout. That's how it manifests in me. It doesn't have to manifest in you the same way. Because we're all different. We're all different, bits and bobs and shit like that. What's most important is that you don't let it take over and let you become a hateful person, or you become hateful in general. Hate is just bad. Hate is bad, okay? As South Park would say. Hate is bad, okay? No? People also need to learn so people need to learn of not being hateful. But also you need to learn how to differentiate between actual hate and perceived. Because a lot of people really do not know what hate is. Surprising. I know. But hear me out. A lot of people do not understand what hate is. Because a lot of people genuinely in their life do not experience hate. They do not feel what it is. Like, hatred is vile. Like, I'm from the region. Stefane, ti 100% razumeš ovo. Ti si odavde. People do not understand what hate really is. It is something like a drug. Hate is a drug. Like, it really is. Looks like I'm not gonna be able to finish this on stream, sadly, so off stream I'm gonna have to fucking finish. But the point is, hate is a drug. But hate is not everywhere. Do not let yourself, if you're biased, led to hate. Do not let your trauma turn to hate. There's a lot. Don't take extreme opinions or very important opinions based on trauma or hate. It's just not gonna work. It doesn't work. It's not good. It's not healthy for you. And worst of all, you're gonna 100% and 110% obsess over it. Hate leads to obsession. Hate leads to obsession. Always has, always will be. And that's how you have hateful people. Like, majority of the time, the hateful people are victims of something else. It's just bad. Bad, 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 bad. And it's very interesting to see it from the perspective of mržnja kao mržnja je nama Balkancima ugravirana u DNK, lol, za sve ostalo živo ide dalje, tako i ti. Yeah, translated, hate in the Balkans is ingrained in DNA. We still have blood feuds to this day. So if anybody who knows hate, out of it is one of the people who knows hate is the people of the Balkans, because we hate each other. Because the problem is that hate is ingrained here as much as in between each other is also against others. And I've sadly grown up with hate and bigotry. Funny enough, you can be bigoted not to a lot of stuff, you know, ethnicity included. And I grew up on that. Hell, in the start of my streaming journey, I got doxxed on the farms from a guy from Estonia because he hates Serbs with a burning passion because he thinks we're all Russian adjacent or miniature Russians. He genuinely believes we derive from Russians. Right? And he doxed me. So I had to literally sue him. Yes. International lawsuit. I won, by the way. I got all the money donated to charity. So, because I did not want any of his money. Genuinely. And this was like in early 2020 when the war in Ukraine started. All right. And you're gonna be asking how the fuck you, a Serb, are related to that. I don't know. All I did was make a comment on Reddit explaining how it is in Serbia, because Serbia took a neutral stance because Serbia is not economically at all capable of providing enough to pick a side. We were at that point holding off a recession. What people do not understand. That, and Russia owns all of our energy. You know, so, and winter was coming. So if we do something, they're gonna literally cut out our heating and we would freeze to death because Serbian winters are not as cold as Russian winters, but they're cold and people can freeze to death.
kao individu učimo da tu mržnju ili pustimo ili gorim slučajima ne pustimo, onda sjebemo sebi život. Yeah, exactly. As individuals, translation, we learn that hate and we let it be, let it fester, or in worst cases, we don't let it and we fuck our lives. Like, but yeah, based on importantly, I have my whole life have some sort had I always had interaction with I always experienced pure illogical hate from my ethnicity. Am I equating myself to the plights of queer people? No, I'm not. I just can relate a little bit. I can understand because I experienced hate. Like I said, I was harassed throughout my life. I had also during the stream one time had a fucking two cases also. One, I had one Croatian fascist who fucking came to my stream. This was way early in the stream. None of you were there. I had 0 views, so I had nobody there. And I had this guy fucking come into me and spew bigotry, hate, ethnic racism, stuff like that. And then he went to Belgrade, tried to find me. Spoiler, I don't live in Belgrade. I find it quite funny. Then again, he doesn't know I am a two black belt. I have judo and Kyokushin. I know how to fucking defend myself. And with the scar I've shown on my knee, to you all this stream, I know how to handle myself. But then again, you already see the fucking crazy people in the Balkans and pure hate. And I can certainly say there are some queer people who, or let's say BIPOC people of color, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not American. I don't know. I don't know the words. Probably can relate to some because some probably had that similar experience. The motive is different though. But the core is same. Hate. Pure unadulterated hate. Second, I had one Albanian poses a Bulgarian screaming the words Srbe na vrbe. You, Stefan, know what that means, probably. Which means Serbs on willow trees. And it's a chant of of nationalists, fascists from World War I. Because Austrians like to put Serbs on willow trees, if you know what I mean. And he posed as a Bulgarian, and he didn't fucking didn't think I would figure out because I was chatting shit at him. I was laughing. I mean, all of a sudden he spoke in Albanian. I'm just like, oh fucking hell. And am I gonna say now every single one of those people are like that? No. I'm aware of that. Before I didn't, though. Because here's a spoiler. When I was younger, and this is every single fucking Balkan person, but me, because I was backstabbed, I was bullied, I was hated, I was assaulted, physically, even sexually. I developed nihilism. I developed hate. I was a hateful fucking little prick. Did I act on my hatred and bigotry? No. I always kept to myself. And here's the thing, I'm not like that anymore. So, I can freely say I'm not ashamed to say I was hateful when I was younger. I'm 27 now, by the way. This was like over 13 years ago. Everything. Apart from the streaming stuff I said. But that was like 4 years ago. I'm old now. I am a grown-ass fucking adult. I have also traveled, explored, met people, broadened my horizons. But worst of all, I learned that when I was younger, I was lied to. You know? Because people really like to fester hatred because it benefits them. And hatred goes both ways. And this is from with a little bit of wisdom as somebody who is from who is from a war-torn country. Was a war-torn country. Serbia was a war-torn country. And I read what you wrote, Stefane. Don't worry. It's good that you two can literally be friends. Hey! Oh, fuck you, A7. Now I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. I haven't seen you in a long time. I'm gonna have to fucking off camera do the flag. Like, I can't. Like, it's so small. I'm basically A7. What you don't. Every country was war torn at some point, if you think about it. Yeah, but mine was a little bit recent, so. Also, I've spent 3 fucking hours teaching people to not believe what people say on the internet, that they're lies, that they do their own research, and be very careful when somebody calls someone I don't know, a Nazi and stuff like that, and especially the messengers and shit like that. Because, you know, A7, I know you're literate in internet memes and like, and it is literally like, oh, people lie on the internet? Like, please, do your, like I said multiple times here, do your own fucking research. VTubing at this point has become such a fucking shithole that people let fucking people lie and they fucking believe it. And it's not just about the recent drama, it's about everything. It's this throwing shade, are you? Maybe. I'm throwing shade at a lot of people. Because I'm sick of it, dude. I'm sick of people... Oh, because I know that meme. Yeah, I'm just sick of people literally enabling bad people because they think they're gonna help them. Like, dude, they're gonna be the first people who are gonna fucking backstab you when you have the chance. When they have the chance. It doesn't make sense. Ja ti lično mogu preporučiti kanal Znam i do Katrija. Pa do Tvirsa. Znam, ali ja ne gledam naše YouTube kanale zato što ja mislim da su sve sranje. He's recommending me a YouTube channel from our region, Idiocracy, something like that. But yeah, like I said, I'm speaking from experience now, from people where hate is a major problem. And please, for the love of God, I'm speaking to you all as somebody like that. Do not at all believe what other people are saying. Even if they are somebody who you trust and know for years. Because they can't be wrong. Or they could be trying to tell you something else. Especially don't fucking believe people on the fucking internet, on Twitter. About serious stuff that there's, I don't know, very sus proof. The music slaps. Yeah, it's the soundtrack of Rogue Trader, the game. Because I know I'm not gonna get fucking canned. But yeah. You know? Like, seriously, how many dramas, like, for instance, are from this year alone? And I'm not talking about the Cinder drama, for fuck's sake. I know, Google Docky, you know, but it's been a fucking issue for the whole year. Like, this year so far was the year of cancellations, petty squabbles,
Like, for fuck's sake, I will never forgive what Sylvie did to Lennox. I have seen that them. I was with them live when that happens. I was involved heavily. You know? I was fucking there when he was trying to paint them as a damn stalker with basic zero evidence. And them having a panic attack. And they're disabled. They are 98% of the time in a wheelchair, and not just that. They have a lot of other disabilities. They have a heart condition. So them having a panic attack can mean that they're gonna have a heart attack. And I was there trying to calm them fucking down. Him trying to make sure that they lose their housing. And nobody fucking calls that out. Why? Because he's a quote-unquote ally. Because they're afraid of losing an ally. So you're gonna look the other way when your fellow queer person is wrongfully getting harassed. My eyes have really changed ever since then. I am seeing everyone in a different light now because of that. Same... Pazi, ovo je iz... Muzika iz igre nije copyrightom. Često. Iako da, neće da ti uopšte smeta monetizaciji pregleda i to sve, jer su vlasnici autorskog prava dozvolili. Translation video game music is somewhat okay, even if you get like a notice of copyright. It's a notice. Usually the gaming companies, unless they're Nintendo, are okay with you playing their soundtracks. And especially, I'm playing it from my own copy I bought. So I know legally I'm fucking clear. Actually, no, not bought. I was fucking sponsored. Given. I was given a copy. And it came with the soundtrack. So, Sonic. I'm technically promoting the game. Which you should. Rogue Trader is a fantastic game. If you like RPGs. Especially since there is friendly fire. And best of all, even if you miss your target, if somebody is behind your target, you're gonna shoot them instead! No, malo sagledaš izvan kutije, većina drama su dečje svađe. Yeah. Stefan what basically said is all this drama fucking stuff, and a lot of the times just fucking kid drama. Kid fights, kid arguments. You know? Like, Jesus. Like, it's something that could have been handled privately. A lot of people really don't know the difference between what's it called? Something to keep something private. Da se vratim na Cinder situaciju, svi su krivi. Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, I'm not like. Here's the thing. I'm only like. Here's the thing. I'm more on the side of Silverrail and Bow, the sorts, because, in my opinion, those two were the ones who were really fucking screwed over by Cinder. And I watched Silverveil. Still do. For years. I'm quite a fan of her. Like, seriously, like, the VTubers that I basically watch that I am not, here, how do I say this? That I am acquainted with, apart from the people who I'm friends with or acquainted with,
The big VTubers I watch is Fallen Shadow, Shondo, Silverveil, Tenma, Kanekolumi. And sometimes Zentrail. Because they all stream in a time where it's not super fucking late. You know? Not like 2 fucking AM my time. Around. The rest, I'm not that fucking biased with. I'm still like not agreeing with people's conspiracy theory that Shy Lily did it out of malice and that she is a queen bee and stuff like that with her reaction. To me, I saw that she was genuinely fucking upset. There's also this theory of where, because Cinder had like what, the most bits in the year than her, that she did it to take her down. And I'm just like, don't you all know that Cinder had a subathon? Now, granted, Lily also had one, but still, like, that has to be accounted for. Gladys Femo, yeah, I'm taking everything in example, but there's also the fact that Cinder has a more bit donation culture. If what I've seen from her streams, and I watched her a couple of times, and I saw that people are more giving donations and bits than subs, even though her emotes are pretty damn good. For Shy Lily, she has more of a sub culture, like people are subbing more than giving bits to her. And using bits, in my opinion, on Twitch as a metric is not a good... you should take them account, don't get me wrong. But 100 bits is barely $1. A sub is still more money. No, if you really want to fucking compare metrics and success, look at how many subs they get. Now the problem is with bits, you can probably fucking find that. You know? You can get metrics of the bits and stuff like that. Subs are very much private. Unless you, as a streamer, you show your metric. Talvez nós processadores para a situação Cinder da Duty presente quando she livrou basic TLDR, what he says is a lot of people present themselves as angels, but they're really devils. Yes. And he said that I know probably that better than most because I study law. Yes. Anybody who had been in a situation where inheritance is involved, nasledno pravo. When sadly somebody passes, a family member of yours passes away, and there's the inheritance period where the deceased, the deceased, belongings are distributed depending on where there's a will, if there is a testament, a will, or by law, you know. I've seen that in the point where family members start to fucking gun at each other. And they were like very close knit, but when the inheritance comes, oh boy, then they become literal devils. I don't know what the fuck is with it, but money somehow manages to bring the worst out of people. Absolute fucking filth out of people. Like, I've seen that. I have like an approximately like a couple months of practice at most, because like I said, my country was 1 month mandatory for law students to even fucking graduate from law uni, but also after you've finished specific years or pass specific fucking exams,
you can actually, like, after the 3rd year, you can actually work as a paralegal. You can volunteer and shit like that, you know?
So I had also volunteer work. Fun fact, I worked in an LGBTQ org under a lawyer. Yeah, I volunteered. Like, I help more with about like, I'm somebody who actually cares about queer people. Funny enough, even though I probably appear to some, I don't. I do.
A to rivalstvo po meni koje je jako besmisleno, jer već zarađuju brdo love samo od Twitcha, da ne računam je...
Da! Check DMs, I will. Like, I'm seriously fucking,
like, here's the thing, I like, I don't know. Neslan, I don't know. At this point, I don't know what to think. Like, at this point, a lot of people are writing conspiracy theories with no evidence. Like, there's a fucking a theory with the Cinder drama where Shy Lily did it so that she can buy out her Gamer Subs shares. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you all talking about? And they're writing this on Twitter publicly, and I'm just like, do you all realize you could get sued for that? Like, do you have any evidence? Because that's what you're explaining is torturous interference. Like, dude, that is libel. That is slander if you don't have proof. And Shy Lily has fuck you money. She can sue you if she wants to. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? I'm telling these people right in their faces, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you all?
Like, this is a topic about Cinder backstabbing her friends, or Silverveil, who she perceived to be gunning after her, or for a perceived slight, and it turned into... I don't know what the fuck it turned into. It's just so fucking... Fuck off, A7. Dude. Oh, it's a dark meme, but it's funny. Oh, I can't show. I'm gonna get cancelled if I fucking show this. Then again, me and you, A7, are like... Fun fact, me and A7 here are born on the same fucking day, February 17th. I'm just 2 years fucking older than him. That's the difference. And me and him are like fucking brothers from the same mother with our sense of humor. Shit. Yeah, but here's the thing. I won't say anything unless I have fucking proof. No, unless I see some tangible proof of either with or either for or against that. Like you said, anything is possible in law. Anything in these situations is possible. Like, you all don't understand how something can be so fucking simple yet so convoluted, but it happens. But if it was so fucking obvious and simple, us lawyers would never have to exist. Not just lawyers, but prosecutors and judges if everything was so fucking simple, because a human being is extremely complex. No human is gonna tell you outright what they think. That's what the problem. That's why the human is very dangerous. Why? Because the human is capable to lie in your face, and you probably won't figure that out.
That's why humans are dangerous. And that's why prosecution exists. That's why codes, legal codes exist. Because and their manuals. That's why, for instance, I don't know if it's in the States or in wherever you all are, but in my country, we're taught psychology. not just criminal psychology. Actual psychology. And since I'm in the diplomatics specialization, I even learn war psychology. Because I have to learn to fucking read, and especially with me trying to be a prosecutor for crimes committed to children, you can pretty much guess who I'm gonna try to prosecute with that little info. It rhymes with PDF. I am literally fucking. I have to learn to read people. Am I accurate? Nope, not always. But I'm more qualified to read people. I know a little bit more how people tick. And I also interact with a lot of people. Funny enough. I mean, with law, you have to interact with people. You have to learn how a human ticks. Like, how you get the criminal to be charged with a crime, you first have to learn about him. Yeah. And you shouldn't lie to... I mean, not lie. You shouldn't believe anyone. That's the whole point of my fucking almost 4-hour bitching. Because my fucking frustrations are accumulation of everything. Like, so many fucking people just say some stuff, accuse some stuff, but the evidence is like... if the evidence is like, if you're looking to find proof and without... And especially if you're somebody without a fucking bias, you're scratching your head. You're like, the fuck? You're just like, the fuck? How does that make sense? So, being skeptical, but not overly skeptical, is the best way to handle all these situations. Literally. Okay, I have to raid now. Because my throat is dying. Oh, I don't know why my chronic sinusitis is killing me. Like, I'm dead serious, like... At this point, I'm... Tajgu. A u stvari ne, raidovat ću jednog mog prijatelja, on je bio ovdje. I'm gonna raid Nerdy Badger. I think he's still... streaming. I have like 8 people here and I want to make him shit himself. He's an actual friend of mine. I talk with him pretty regularly. Because he's also a Warhammer nerd and we have similar hobbies and interests. And I'm just like, well, fuck it. And plus, he's ironically a smaller streamer than me. And he's streaming Star Wars. KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic. One of my favorite fucking games. So we're raiding Nerdy Badger. Oh, he streamed for 1 hour. Oh, good. He's not gonna finish anytime soon. Alright. Thank you all for being here. I'm gonna be painting off camera this. Be sure to check the Discord if you want. Because I'm gonna be regular there. Here are my socials.
as well. I'm gonna finish stream on YouTube.